Welcome to the Villain Radio Show. Tonight's a special edition. I have my good friend and brother to the right of me, Mob. Get a round of applause. We got applause and shit in this bitch.
Outfitt in the building. What's good?
Yes. There's been many incarnations of this show, basically a talk show format ever since I started it a long time ago, like 12 years ago. So every time I bring it back, it's a little bit different, a little bit better, a little bit different. Now the intention of it is to, what can I compare it to? Maybe like a Barbara Walters special or you know how she used to do
60 minutes.
Yeah, once a year, Barbara Walters at the end of the year, she do like the fucking interesting people of the year or whatever, and shit like that. Or pull up with that Joe Budden does. I don't know if you watch any of those episodes, but they're pretty good. So that's kind of what I'm aiming for with these. And you're the first one.
Hey, I come in first place all the time. You feel me?
Yeah, it's thank you for being here.
No doubt. I appreciate you having me, bro.
Yeah. So everybody that's watching, you may be watching on my Facebook page. You may be watching on Omob's Facebook page. You might be watching on YouTube. If you want to ditch all that behind, you can go to robvillain.com. It should be up there. I'll find out. But robvillain.com, and we're gonna get into this. Omob's been in the if you don't know, this is kind of a music-based show. So that's why I have not only is he has a story to tell. So, and we'll chit chat for a couple minutes as people get in, as people as right now, just on the mainstream, we're climbing up and shit like that. I don't know how good your eyesight is. You got your contacts in?
Yeah, I got them in. I can't see though. I don't know where to look.
It's upper left-hand corner, right next to the live thing. Right here. Okay. So you can find us at robvillain.com, facebook.com/robville, facebook.com/omobfades, I believe it is. So we're gonna start off. We're gonna get into his story. Shout out to Indy. No volume. Indy says there was no volume. No volume on who? Let's see. Technical difficulties? No, everything's running good over here. Yeah,
it's looking good, Indy.
Yeah, it's showing good over here, but there's only one way to find out. We do have comments, you guys. If you're watching, there's a comment field. If you got some questions about Omob, if you know him personally, if you ever wanted to know anything, this is an open book interview.
Yeah, no doubt. Don't hold back with your questions. If it's anything you want to know, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep it 100 with you.
But we're gonna get in this couple minutes. We're gonna let a couple more people get inside here. Yeah, there's volume. So
Andy, fix your demonstration over there.
True said hip hop's baby on my Babe's interview. You gotta drop something in the comments and everything. We're gonna get into this in a couple minutes. Like I said, we're gonna let some people get into the viewing area and everything. Omob's been around for a long time. He's part of a Northwest Indiana legendary group called the Outfitt. Some of you guys may not know him exactly or heard him on anything because he spent some time away from us. That'll be in the story he tells today.
I was gone for a minute too.
So, a long minute. Yeah, so we're gonna get into this right now. As you can see, we're at Todd Park on the north side of East Chicago.
Good. That's where I grew up. I grew up north side of East Chicago, Indiana.
So since we have the green screen and everything here, we figured that we will use it to our advantage, and we'll change it throughout to add to the story, so to speak.
Shout out to the north side EC. What's popping?
So born and raised in East Chicago.
Born and raised.
Bring the mic a little bit closer. Right. Like it moves, so
yeah.
You might be able to even stretch it out a little bit more too.
Yeah, that's good right there.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, born and raised DC, Chicago, Indiana.
Yeah. Hey, that's another thing we have in common.
Born and raised. Well, you was
born and raised DC.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah. South side though.
Okay, that's probably why I don't know you. No, fuck with you. No, I know people from every side, Harvard side, Sunny side, EC.
So what? How old are you?
I'm 37. I'm about to be 38.
Couple days.
Couple days, Thursday.
So you came up in the era where in East Chicago where it was where the streets started calling your name at a young age.
Most definitely.
What was your fundamental years like?
Fundamental years, man. I can remember. Shit. I have a lot of early memories, probably when I was about 3 or 4 years old. But most of the vivid ones come from maybe first, second, third grade. That's when I was living on 144th between Barron and Magoon. I had 2 older brothers. You know, one was 6 years older than one was 9 years older than me. So being at a young age, at that age, you know what I'm saying, they was off into the streets. You know what I'm saying, gang banging, running around, acting a fool, having house parties, crib getting shot up and shit. You know what I'm saying, but yeah, those are very vivid memories. And you know, some of the guys that I know still to this day. You know what I'm saying, friends, long lasting friends. And you know, crazy part about that is, man, you know, I make music with Untouchable one a lot. My homie Black. Shout out my nigga Black.
Shout out to Black. He's actually in the building. He's in the lobby area watching.
He probably over there smoking or something. But what the crazy part about it is, at that age, I grew up right around the corner from where he was growing up at. You know what I'm saying? Okay. And there was like this little empty lot on the corner on 144th and Barron.
Okay.
Or it might be Magoon, one or the other. But me and him, you know what I'm saying? Like, he had his cousin Brian and Eddie with him. Rest in peace, my nigga Grease. Yeah, Googie and Grease with him over there, you know what I'm saying? And there's an empty lot. So we used to beef over that lot because they always wanted to go play football over there or something, you know what I'm saying? And me and people that I had over there by my career wanted to go play, and you know, they used to try to hog the motherfucking spot, you know what I'm saying? I remember, you know, cussing at him when we was young, running around throwing rocks and shit like that, man. And you know, to this day it's crazy because I would have never known at that moment, you know, I would grow into having him as my brother and my best friend in life, you know what I'm saying? So like, we kind of met before we met, you know what I mean, before we started making music and shit like that.
Shout out to Black. Hey Black, if you want to come back here, there's a chair back here. You could be off screen, Black.
Moreno.
There's a couple second delay, so he'll hear it. Now you got a story. Like, I want to explain to people, it's an interview, but it's more of a motivational speech. He has a story to be told. He's been through a lot of shit, and he's came out of it smelling like roses. I mean, he's still got a lot of way to go because you still kind of ain't shit. Yeah. But
everybody got room for growth.
Yeah, exactly. You've overcome many of obstacles to get to where you are today. And which is a total turnaround to what you grew up as. And that's the important part, and that's the message here. There's a message to today's show, resilience. So that's
I mean, if you want, I can get started on it now. Like, I could try to make this long story somewhat short.
Well,
you know what I'm saying, to paint a picture for you.
Well, we got 2 hours. Well, okay. Actually, we got as long as we want.
We good to go there.
Yeah, so
check it out. Like,
yeah, you come in, just go behind. There's a chair right there.
What up, Black?
Good. And then you could just go behind the camera.
My nigga.
Black in the building.
Hey, so now, all right.
That's why I started getting into. That's why I started getting into your upbringing, shit like that. There's a folding chair right there, G. Grab one, just set it up right over here. That's why I started getting into your upbringing and shit like that. Like I said, I grew up on the south side of Chicago. My grandmother lived right across the street from Dairy Queen, which is now Sharks. You know, right on the boulevard in that big old apartment building.
Yup, across the street from the bank.
Yeah, well, you got you got Dairy Queen, and across the street you got a big old apartment building. You got the parking lot to that building, and you had the old Brown's Chicken. There's the Mexican joint now.
Yeah, okay,
yeah.
Okay. I know what you're talking
about. Like, I got kicked out of Chicago public schools after 7th grade, but up until then, like going to West Side and everything, I had to walk home from basketball practice through the North Side. But I took the low key route. You know, I go down Columbus to Bering, go Bering all the way down by Edwardville Park and shit like that, and back around, because I knew people that lived all down that street, so I wasn't worried about the Kings coming after me and shit like that. You know what I mean? So that's why I wanted to get up in your upbringing and shit like that. because just the area of the city that you came up in and shit like that kind of predetermined what your street life path was going to be.
The 90s was wild in EC.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's when the shit really started to jump off big time. You know what I'm saying? Back in the late 80s is when, you know what I mean, the Kings really started growing in the north side. You know, any other side of that, you know, city, I really don't know much about because I really just paid attention to what was going on in my immediate surroundings. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, yeah, the late 80s and early 90s was popping off. It was wild. It got pretty violent. You know what I'm saying? And I grew up seeing a lot of it. You know, and you know, if I could just rewind just a little bit more before that, you know what I'm saying, when I was, you know, 5, 6 years old, you know, I had both parents, you know what I'm saying? I had 2 older brothers. We were all in the same household. And, you know, an unfortunate situation happened with my father, the way he got hurt at work. You know, he was working at Inland Steel, and he provided good for us. We was living, you know, a good life. He got into an accident, you know, split his head open and was in a coma for a while. And, you know, I had to learn how to walk, talk, you know, all of that stuff again, you know, and going through his rehab. Some of my earliest memories was being in the hospital with him while he was going through rehab to, you know, help him get back to, you know, being normal again, you know. And through that situation, him and my mom split up. And once they split up, you know, my mom found another boyfriend, you know what I'm saying? And it was tough, you know, going back and forth from my mom to my dad's crib, you know what I'm saying? My dad really never recovered from it completely.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, just going back and forth with that, you know what I'm saying? You know, with him, and then my mom had this new boyfriend, and he was an asshole. You know what I'm saying? He was real abusive. He was always getting drunk, smoking weed, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, mixing that with my older brother's gang banging and acting a damn fool, throwing house parties and shit like that. You know, I was exposed to a lot of things at a young age. And, you know, little did I know all of those things, those elements, you know what I'm saying, would add up over and over, you know, throughout time and come to form me into the person I was at a certain point in time before it all started to turn around and some major serious consequences started to happen in my life. So, you know, like around first, second, and third grade, you know what I'm saying, I was going to, you know, Harrison and shit like that, man. And I think it might have been the first grade, you know, it was one of the first, you know, violent encounters that I had when they came and shot up the crib. And it was during a house party. And they came and shot up the crib. I remember hearing the gunshots and hearing them like whizzing by my ear because we lived upstairs and they were shooting up. So nothing really came in directly. So when they shot up into the windows, you know, the bullets was going into the ceiling. But I remember Lil Hive, shout out Ripster, Hive Garcia, my nigga, you know, like I was little, I was young, my nigga snatched me up and covered me, you know what I'm saying, stood on top of me while them bullets was whizzing by, you know. And that's just one, you know, example of what was going on, you know what I'm saying, while I was growing up at such a young age, you know what I mean, seeing my mother in an abusive relationship, you know, always, you know, drinking and stuff like that. Things just weren't as you people would, I wouldn't say you people, but anybody would call average or normal.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It was definitely different than average and normal. So you know, once a lot of things started happening like that, we moved away to North Carolina for a couple of years. So I think I was in my 4th and 5th year grade. I lived in North Carolina and had a different lifestyle out there. But at the same time, the bullshit and negativity followed with us because it was the bullshit and negativity in the relationship that my mother had that we experienced there. So once she had enough of that, you know, after 7 years or so, we moved back to EC. And then I moved back. This is when I lived on the south side.
Okay.
It was on 48th block of White Oak. I lived on the south side, and that's when I met, you know, my brother Black. And you know, I always knew JP from when I was little, but you know, basically got reintroduced to them again.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? After all of these years. And that's where things really started to take a turn.
Okay.
You know, because I feel like I said it in a song not that long ago, man. I feel like my life truly started when the Outfitt bloomed.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So like that's where I started to find my own identity.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was about to say.
You know what I'm saying? And I started to branch off from what I had going on at home in a dysfunctional, you know, family at home. I found a different family that was more based on love.
That's exactly why so many young boys get into the street shit.
Yeah.
You know, because no matter what you want, whatever happens, whether you're out there gang banging, whether no matter how deep you're into it or what exactly you're doing, it's a family,
Yeah.
and it provided that 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 togetherness.
Void. Yeah, the void of togetherness.
Exactly,
Yeah,
that you didn't get at home.
That's what it was too. Yup, most definitely.
Even though it was still a shit show, it was an organized shit show.
Yeah, and they showed a sense of love that, you know, was kind of like glitter on shit.
Discipline that your parents didn't give you. Yeah. Shit like, yes, exactly.
Rules and consequences and things like that. You know what I mean? And it was just basically a routine or a structure to life that was different from what I was growing up in and what was taught. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, once I, you know, was introduced to Black and you know, JP and that whole family right there, that's when things started to take a turn and I was finding my own identity. I was shown a different lifestyle, a different way of loving, a different way of accepting, a different way of thinking about things. You know what I mean? This was real structure and this was real love that I have seen. And being that I'm older now, wiser and everything that I've been through, it was a beautiful thing that I was introduced to back then. You know what I'm saying? So like, you know, through all of the dysfunction that I had growing up, being young and seeing all of these things and what it formed me into being somebody that, you know, looked at life from a perspective as if I really didn't value or cherish the beauty of life and being alive.
You weren't shown any beauty of life.
Right.
Yes. You know,
not until I was introduced to this family.
And it's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah. And I you know, it's a beautiful thing. And I really appreciate that. You know what I mean? Like, rest in peace, Grandma Sylvia. She showed me, you know, she was the head of the household there. And, you know, she had a love about her that, you know, really helped form me and helped me see that this life could be great. It's better than what I had before. You know what I'm saying? And I found me a home there, you know, so like, and then things started to turn around. I started to find my talent in expressing myself. And with music, you know, JP would always play music for us. And man, I remember, you know, hearing the Dayton Family and Bone and Pac and, you know what I mean? All those
how early did you get into the music when you started to write or not even get serious about it?
How early was it? Okay, I'm glad I got.
But when it started to pique your interest.
Yeah, I'm glad I got Black here with me, man, because we used.
He's like, I don't know,
man. I would say like, around like 94, 95, 96, somewhere in that area, we would just we would be high and freestyle. We'll be writing already, and I had like one of them little fucking
tape recorders,
home alone tape recorders.
Oh yeah.
When I was little. That's one of the first things that me and him fucked around on, stealing weed and roaches and shit and smoking and doing shit like that.
Bro, mind y'all, at a young age, we was probably like, what, 13, 14, yeah. We would be smoking weed, getting high, just chilling, you know what I'm saying? Like, at that point in time, we really wasn't running the streets crazy like that until Black got a car, you know what I'm saying? But at that point in time, we was at the crib, you know what I'm saying? And Black, he always had this knack for beats and rhythm and music, you know what I'm saying? And he would bang on his closet door because it had some bass inside the closet, you know what I'm saying? And when he would bang and beat on that door and make beats, we just started freestyling, you know what I'm saying? When we started freestyling, it was like, this shit's fun, you know what I'm saying? Started piquing our interest into something that was, you know, not negative, it was positive, you know what I'm saying? And then, you know, as I was saying, JP was showing us a lot of music from the Dayton Family, Bone, Spice One, you know, all of these dope ass artists back then. You know, it kind of gave us a little direction, you know what I mean? No matter what artist is out there now, they always had an influence of what kind of music they like to listen to that, you know, brought them to be an artist who they are today. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So that's, you know, when things started to, you know, do that, you know what I mean? Like JP would hear us and he'd be like, man, you know what? He you know, he's a good dude, man. He's an honest, genuinely good person. Yeah. So when he's seen me and Black as youngsters find interest into something, he was like, well, let me feed that for them.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what he started doing. He started feeding us and showing us, okay, well, this is what I can do for y'all. And this is what y'all can do, you know, and that's where things started to take off. And that's like, I remember, you know, the first song that we recorded, it was at Mijo's crib, man, in the harbor. and
Honky Town.
Yeah.
Honky
Yeah.
Town, across the street from the Tanks.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah, we would be in the, we was in the living room, you know what I'm saying, and we had the whole the 4-track recorder set up, you know what I'm saying, in that joint, you know, and the wood floor had a squeaky part in that motherfucker, so we had to watch where we stepped, you know, so it wouldn't get on the mic and shit like that. But you know, to get out of that description, but yeah, that's when we started, you know what I mean, really taking it to a point to where, okay, we can get serious about this, you know what I mean. And then like right around that time, my father had passed away, and having music and then losing my father, it was like, it was rough. It turned me to an animal. You know what I'm saying? It really honestly turned me into an animal, because he was the closest thing I've ever had in my life. Because when him and my mom split up and she got into that relationship with dude, you know, I kind of grew a dislike for my situation.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, like he passed away, and this was 1997 is when he passed away.
Okay.
And you know, I thank God for these brothers that I came across in life, because they helped me, you know, channel that into music. And that's when things really started to turn out. And we started making song after song after song. And then we started doing shows, and then people started hearing about us, and everybody was loving us, you know what I'm saying? Because we always, at that point in time, it's crazy, because like we was the first really like Latinos that came up out of that area to start there was something majorly, you know what I'm saying? There was also other guys too, like Pinkster, you know what I'm saying? Rest in peace. He was out there. He's dope as hell, you know what I'm saying? ECL, he used to make some music out there back then too, you know what I mean? But at that, like from the north side, you know what I'm saying, and shit like that, that was us, you know what I mean? So you know, we started to go through that, man, and you know, I through that, you know, as much as Mijo tried, as much as Black tried, you know what I mean, to keep me out of the streets,
reined in, so to speak.
I didn't listen.
No,
I didn't listen. I was hard.
Why would you?
I don't know, but I should have. But you know what I'm saying? That's when I joined the fucking gang. You know what I'm saying? I started gang banging, and I was like, oh shit, I love this shit. I love this shit. This is fun. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you know, the adrenaline rush that came with it. You know what I'm saying? And seeing the respect and admiration I got. Now that I'm older, it's a different word for respect and admiration. Okay. To what that was. You know what I'm saying? It was fake respect, fake admiration. Because they would see, this little young nigga crazy. He'll do anything. He wild. He'll do this for me. He'll do that for me. You know what I'm saying? All right, we love him. That's my nigga. And that's all I wanted to hear. That's all that was cool. You know what I'm saying? At the same time, it really, you know what I'm saying? It was difficult, because like I was telling y'all, Black and Mijo's family, they showed me what real love was. Yeah. But I also had an attachment to the bullshit, because that's what was ingrained in me. Yes. Growing up throughout the years. You know what I'm saying? That's what I seen from my older brothers. And it was completely ingrained in me to the point to where it became a part of me. So you know, once I fucking started gang banging and got into a gang and started doing all of this crazy shit, you know what I'm saying? I ended up, you know, losing my father, and then going to school, getting kicked out of school for doing dumb shit, and going to another school, getting kicked out of that school for doing dumb shit, still running around in the streets. I see it was a pattern. It was a pattern that I was stuck in, like a cycle I was stuck in. Like a Groundhog Day of street shit. Exactly. I was stuck in that that cycle. You know what I'm saying? And between doing that, you know what I'm saying, running around in the streets acting a fool, man, that gave me stuff to rap about. Because now I was out there rapping. I was about that life, what I was rapping about. You know what I'm saying? That's where that credibility came in. Now, did you leave the music alone at all while you're running in the streets wild? No, not at all. We had fun with it. Any chance we got, you know what I'm saying? They came up, like, we met a guy named Rich Lee. And Rich Lee, so cold. I miss you, Rich Lee, man. No, shout out to Rich. So cold, man. With them beats, he had a different kind of vibe and a funk to his real beats, soulful, you know type shit. Yeah, real soulful and just funky. You know what I'm saying? And anytime Rich would give us new beats, we'd sit back, you know what I'm saying? Be like, yeah, we want that one, and that one. Let's get it. You know what I'm saying? So we would start creating, you know, at a young age, man. And it was cool. It was nice. It was a beautiful thing. And the story continued. You know what I'm saying? The story continued. So we were in the process of, you know what I'm saying, making an album, and we came out with our first EP, Welcome to Indiana.
I remember.
And the first EP, Welcome to Indiana.
Yes, I remember.
And it was dope, man.
Very well.
Because that Welcome to Indiana inspired a lot of youngsters, you know what I'm saying, that was younger than us, and it inspired people that was with us as too, you know what I mean, our peers, our age and stuff like that. So once Welcome to Indiana came out, we started doing shows, going, you know, a couple shows, going places, you know, performing anywhere we could.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because it was something that we loved to do. It was a passion that we had for music that was brought to us by JP, because JP, like, he was really, you know, the brains of the whole situation at that point in time, because he was older than us. You know what I'm saying? He was big bro. And once he, you know, started doing that, and we made that EP, you know, I started at the same time. Outfitt was going up like this, but my dumb ass was going down like this, getting sucked back into the streets. Yeah. Getting sucked back into the streets, acting a fool, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, I ended up trying to bust a move, man. You know what I'm saying? After, I think, what was it? Damn, and was it after Welcome to Indiana, or was it after Ain't Shit Gonna Change? I'm trying to remember when I got caught in Arkansas.
Think about when our kids were born. When was that?
2003, Jacqueline was born. So it was right after Ain't Shit Gonna Change then. Yeah. So we did all of that, you know what I'm saying, with the first EP, and then we dropped the album, a full album. And it's called Ain't Shit Gonna Change.
Now, between the EP and the album, what was you still just banging like a motherfucker?
Yeah, just running the streets, acting a fool, wilding out. I caught a couple battery charges, you know, beating people up in the middle of the streets. And at that point in time, this is when Black got a whip. You know what I'm saying? He got a car. So now we was mobile with it. You know what I'm saying? We riding through every street in EC, Harbor, North Side, South Side. It didn't matter what hood we was in. We was everywhere riding. You know what I'm saying? He had that he had that Beretta, that red Beretta. Anybody back in the day know us. They know that red Beretta, boy.
You look like the nigga that had the Beretta though too.
Yeah. That shit was fun. You know, 15 years old riding in a Beretta. We was riding around, you know what I'm saying, wilding out, having fun.
Yeah, why not?
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, we would be everywhere with it. You know what I'm saying? We still smoking, we drinking, riding, you know, having fun, doing things that teenagers do at that age. We ain't have social media. We ain't have phones stuck in our face. You know what I'm saying?
The reality was in our face.
Yeah, we had life and reality in our face. So we grew up at a time that was wonderful, it was beautiful, it was perfect. I wish the kids nowadays can experience that, but then again, I don't know, because the way people are set up nowadays.
Oh yeah, they wouldn't have lasted. They wouldn't have lasted.
So between the EP and the album, you know what I'm saying, that's when like it really took a turn for me personally, you know, because I just got into gangbanging, acting a fool, and then there was an opportunity, you know, once we dropped that Ain't Shit Gonna Change album, I came across an opportunity, you know what I'm saying, well, I made a trip, you know what I'm saying, went down to Texas and came back I didn't make it back, but I tried to come back. I had like 77 pounds of weed. And, and the crazy part about that story is I had it in a big ass suitcase.
Okay.
And I was like, all right, I'm finna jump on this Greyhound, you know what I'm saying, and head back to the crib.
Hold on. That's like applause. I just need laughter, like, because that's hilarious. That's
I'll take chances,
oh wait, here's my laughter.
And you know what? Yeah, I mean, going through everything that I went through at that point in time, chances wasn't shit for me to take.
Okay.
I wasn't tripping about taking no kind of chance.
Because you're on a steady fucking string of doing stupid shit and you're not getting caught.
Right.
So
I didn't fear no consequences.
Exactly.
Even if I did get caught, I still
what you don't think, the more times you do it, the higher chances you're gonna get caught.
Yeah.
You know, no matter what it is, because you're
more bold you feel with it.
Oh yeah.
So shit, like I remember this point where I was like, all right, I told my OG, I'm finna go take a trip. I'll be back in a couple days. And she was like, damn, I don't feel right about this. I was like,
I don't,
fuck you, I'm out here. You know what I'm saying? So I cut out, bam, you know what I'm saying? I got on the Greyhound with that shit, you know what I'm saying? So now, like, this is a crazy story. So I walked into this Greyhound, right?
Nigga, you said you got on a Greyhound.
Yeah,
That's the crazy
bro.
story.
And this was I think back in maybe 2001, 2002. Yeah, it was 2002 because it was like right after 9/11.
Man,
you know what I'm saying?
This motherfucker said the Greyhound, bro.
Yeah, so like
I'm over here like, yeah.
right, he's still stuck on Greyhound,
bro.
I'm tripping on I'm gonna tell you this story how it panned out. So it was right after 9/11.
Okay,
right? So I walk into this Greyhound and I see a row full of cops with dogs. And I was like, oh shit. You know what I'm saying? You know that feeling you get when you get pulled over and you know you got something in the car and you like, fuck, you know, you hit. Yeah, so
that's the feeling you get, the sad trombone.
You know what I'm saying? I was like, oh fuck, but it was too late. It wasn't like I could fucking turn around and run back out that door with 70-something pounds of weed in a fucking big ass suitcase. You know what I'm saying? So
that's
so I was like, all right, fuck it. It is what it is. We're gonna try this shit. So I kept walked right past all those dogs.
All the dogs.
All the cops.
All the dogs, all the cops.
Went to the counter and got my ticket.
Got your ticket.
And being that it was right after 9/11, security was heightened up because of that.
Yes, they were.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So because the security was heightened, she asked for my ID.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So she had to tag my luggage with my name. So I gave her my ID. She tagged my luggage. You know what I'm saying? Because at that point in time, I was like, oh shit, them dogs didn't bark at me. I'm good. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So since the dogs didn't bark, I was cool. I gave her the ID.
Made sense.
Yeah, gave her the ID. You know what I'm saying? Got my luggage tag, hopped on the bus. All right, I was cool. Put my headphones on. I was bumping our new album that had just dropped because I was like, shit, this is, you know what I'm saying? I'm bumping Outfit with 70 pounds of weed. Nigga, I don't give a fuck. I'm about to go to the crib and boom this shit, whatever. You know what I'm saying?
You thinking all the songs you finna be able to rap about now, nigga. You done graduated to a whole nother level of street rap.
So you know, the whole time I'm thinking this, I'm like, I'm amped up. I'm like, all right, I'm cool, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? The whole time I'm a dumbass. You know what I'm saying? Because we pulled into North Little Rock and it was like 3 a.m. North Little Rock. We pulled in 3 a.m. I pulled in and it was nothing but cops everywhere. All I seen was red and blue flashing lights. And I was like, oh shit. So I got that damn feeling again. You know what I'm saying?
Got the feeling.
Fuck. I said, man. But then, you know, that reassuring thought in my head that I walked past them dogs and they ain't smell it.
You're good.
I was good. Well,
in the clear.
Wasn't the case. You know what I'm saying? So I looked out the window.
This is when Omab realized he fucked up.
I fucked up. Perfect example. So I looked out the window and I seen them pulling my luggage case out because I took a seat to where I could see where my luggage was at. You know what I'm saying? I was like, I'm finna watch this.
That would be yeah.
So they pulled my luggage out.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Then the dog, you know, was like right by it, right up on it. You know what I'm saying? It looked like he was trying to hump the damn luggage. You know what I'm saying? So they grabbed that. Once I seen that happening, I started ripping up my ticket for the bus. I started ripping my ticket up. And once that shit happened, I was ripping this ticket up. I got a tap on my shoulder. And I turned around like, man, what the fuck touching me? You know what I'm saying? Looked, and it was a dude holding up a badge. Was like, hey, stop what you doing. And I was like, fuck. Well, he was like, what are you doing? I was like, shit, what are you doing? You know what I'm saying? So I started to like try to walk off the bus like, fuck you. You know what I'm saying? What you gonna do? We gonna bump or what? What are we gonna do? Like at that point in time, I was like, fuck it, fight or flight. I was gonna fight.
Yeah.
While I did a flight, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So, fight your way to flight.
Yeah. So I tried to walk off, you know what I'm saying? And he snatched me up, you know what I'm saying? Here come the other cops, you know what I mean? They, snatch me up, rough me up, take me to the back room.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Empty my pockets out, get my wallet, my ID, shit like that.
Time to question you.
I was busted. You know what I'm saying? And they were like, what are you doing? I was like, that ain't my luggage. That ain't mine. I don't know what you're talking about. That ain't my luggage. They were like, well, we're going to get a warrant anyway. So they went, you know what I mean? I sat there the whole fucking time. They made their calls to get the warrant. They got the fucking warrant, opened it up, cut it open. It was weed. I was like, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? Take me to jail. It is what it is.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I made a call home, got bonded out. You know what I'm saying? Of course, big bro always had my back. You know what I'm saying? Put up his crib to get me bonded out. I think it was like 25 racks.
Damn.
To get bonded out.
Yeah. So,
you know, shout out my nigga Mijo, man, bonded me out, got me out that jam, you know, for the time being so I can come home because I had a baby on the way. It was my daughter, my oldest. she was on her way. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I come home and got to experience seeing her born.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? All the while going back and forth to court in Arkansas.
All right.
You know, fighting this case. Then the time came, she was 5 months old. I think, yeah, she was around 5 months old. And I went and got sentenced and had to go sit down for a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So I did some time in the state of Arkansas.
What they give you?
They gave me a 10-year sentence.
10.
Since it was my first felony.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? My first offense. They gave me a 10-year sentence. And being that it wasn't violence or methamphetamine, they offered me a program to go into boot camp.
Okay.
And that was a 106-day program.
Okay.
Okay, so I went and I was like, oh shit, I'm cool. After 106 days of going into this program, I get to go to the crib and go home just like on a real strong probation or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I was like, sweet. You know what I'm saying?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. You know what I'm saying? So I was charged with manufacturing and possession of a controlled substance.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And then I went and did my time, sat down for a little bit. You know, I think I did like 16 months, maybe more, because during going to boot camp and shit like that, it was a 106-day program. I got kicked out on my 99th day. I made it 99 days into that motherfucker and got kicked out a week before I was about to go home.
What'd you do?
Because it wasn't even me, bro. I swear, bro.
It wasn't even me.
Motherfuckers probably like, yeah, that's what everybody says.
That's the first thing.
Bro,
that's the first thing a motherfucker
you,
that did some shit says.
Look, I promise y'all this. I promise. There was it'd be your own niggas. It was a Mexican dude sleeping next to me, right? And the crazy part about it is this Mexican dude.
No homo.
The Mexican dude was from the South Park Mexicans.
Okay.
He was SPM, and he was locked up on some type of what is it? I don't want to say statutory or something like that. He had this underage girl or whatever, but his name was Chewy Loco. I'll never forget it. That was his rap name from SPM. You know what I'm saying? So he was in the bed next to me over here. And, you know, I went to go take a shower one day. And at that point in time, you know, you got to leave all your stuff out on your bed. It's a boot camp program. They want to come inspect your shit like that.
Okay.
Well, I had stripes because I memorized certain parts of a booklet that they wanted you to memorize, you know, go through some things, exercising, be able to make a certain amount of miles without stopping and shit like that. Well, I had stripes because I made it. You know what I mean? He didn't because he was an idiot.
Oh, okay.
And while I went to the shower, he used my deodorant. And having stripes, you have privileges there. Okay. You know what I'm saying? So he didn't have those privileges to have deodorant. Oh. So he couldn't wear deodorant. I had the privileges. I had deodorant. I could use toothpaste. I could use, you know, stuff like that. Those were my privileges given to me. Okay. You know what I mean? And he wasn't supposed to use it. So he got caught. You know what I'm saying? I get back from the shower, you know what I'm saying? Get dressed, do whatever I got to do. And a drill instructor walks in and was like, everybody with no stripes, take your shirt off and lift your arms. You know what I'm saying? Because they was known for people trying to use deodorant because anybody want to smell. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So he lifted his arms, had deodorant. They pulled him out into the hallway. All right. And when they pulled him out to the hallway, they asked, you know, they questioned him. What the fuck who'd you get this deodorant from? And he was like, I got it from Ryan. You know what I'm saying? And but the thing is, bro, I didn't let him use my shit. No. Why would I want another motherfucking nasty underarms on my deodorant? You know what I'm saying?
There has to be a better system in place than just leaving all your shit on your bed that niggas could just fuck with.
Exactly. And the crazy part about it is they had cameras. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Somebody wasn't doing their job watching the cameras like they're supposed to because they would have caught it. You know what I mean? But you know, I got fucked over on this one because when they asked him, where'd you get the deodorant from? He said, Ryan let me use it. You know what I'm saying? So they pull me out and they're like, he said you let him use your deodorant. I was like, I didn't let nobody use nothing. What are you talking about?
What is armpits?
I was in the shower. You know what I'm saying? They were like, nah, well, you got to go in front of the board for trafficking with another inmate.
Oh shit!
So I went.
You just trafficking everything, motherfucker.
And the crazy part about it is they probably looked that shit up. You know what I'm saying?
What the fuck?
They probably looked it up, seen my charge, and was like, you know. And at that same time, being in boot camp, I had an attitude. Like I was rebellious still. I had an attitude. So anytime, you know, they would tell me,
yeah. Why would you have an attitude?
Because I didn't give a fuck.
Yeah,
you know makes sense. But at the same time, I was wanting to go home, so I did right what I had to do to a certain extent. Okay. You know what I'm saying? So I went in front of the board. They found me guilty for trafficking with another inmate, made me go back to the joint, do the rest of my time.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying?
That was so.
1/3 of my time of 10 years. I was supposed to do 3 years and 3 months and so many days.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because it wasn't violent or methamphetamine. So I ended up, getting in a couple programs. When I went back to the joint, I went behind the wall in Arkansas. And when I tell you there's a video from back in the day that called Banging in Little Rock.
Yes.
All right. Any motherfucker that's, from our era knows about those videos banging in Little Rock.
Yes.
Bro, I was locked up with all of them niggas from banging from Little Rock, bro. You know what I'm saying? I was locked up I went to the county with them niggas. I was in the joint with them motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? So, and the crazy part about it is there wasn't no such thing as Latin Kings in that prison out there.
Oh, it's no,
you know
no,
what
no,
I'm
no.
saying? They had Bloods, Crips, GDs, BDs, and Vice Lords, and that's it. That's all that was. And anybody that was white was
Let's take the story
Aryan.
to the prison.
There was either this nigga got the prison behind him. So anybody that was white was either an Aryan or a Peckerwood.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So
which one were you?
What the crazy part about it is this story is they had Sureños there too.
Oh, okay.
They had some Mexicans there. They had the paisas and shit like that. They had the Sureños there. So I didn't fit in with none of them because they would always tell me I talk like I'm black.
Okay.
I'm Mexican, but I don't speak Spanish.
Yes.
And the black dudes looked at me like, you just a fucking Mexican. You know what I'm saying? You should be with the Mexicans. But the Mexicans was like, we ain't fucking with you. You don't know Spanish.
And
so I was
be like,
fucked.
we want to kill you all you motherfuckers.
Yo,
so
I was
fuck it.
fucked. I was, you know what I'm saying, on some solo dolo shit. You know what I'm saying? There was a couple of cool dudes that I came across, you know what I'm saying, that I talked to and we would kick it because at that point in time, there was a dude in there tattooing and I wanted to learn how to tattoo. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, fuck it. I was always good at drawing and shit like that. So, that's where that started. Coming to, that's a whole other part of the story later on. But, I went to a couple programs and shit like that, but I didn't fit in.
Okay.
With nobody. So one day I was talking to one of the homies, you know what I'm saying? He was cool.
And he said, you want your cornbread?
I was talking to one of the homies in the dorm, you know what I'm saying? And this white dude walked past me and was like, why are you always trying to sound black? Like, why are you always trying to sound black?
Okay.
I was like, fuck you, that's why. You know what I'm saying? What's up? So it took off. I stole on him. Boom. And then he started beating my ass because mind y'all,
he started whooping my ass, bro.
I was skinny, bro, like probably 135 pounds. I was 135 pounds soaking wet. I was skinny.
Yeah, you're a tall ass
lanky,
skinny dude. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? And at that point in time, bro, I really wasn't no fighter. I'd rather shoot at a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Before going into the prison. You know what I'm saying? Really. I got into a couple fights here and there. I felt like I could throw in my hands, but once, I got to fighting with him, I really found out otherwise. But, once we got to fighting, he was beating my ass, you know what I'm saying? So the only thing I could really think of to do to stop this dude from beating my ass was to snatch him up and choke him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So once I started choking him, he went into like a seizure and shit. You know what I'm saying? He was like knocking out, you know what I mean? And then everybody flooded me, tried to jump on me. You know what I'm saying? Like it was crazy.
Okay.
And then there was some BDs in there from Chicago. His name was Crow. Shout out to that nigga Crow because Crow changed my motherfucker. He saved my life in that motherfucker. Crow ran up and was like, man, get the fuck off of him. You know what I'm saying? They was fighting heads up while y'all trying to jump him. Come to find out, dude that I was fighting was the president of the Aryan Brotherhood.
Well, the plot thickens.
So yeah, and I was wondering, like, man,
why I gotta pick a fight with?
Why I gotta pick a fight with the president of the Aryan Brotherhood? You know what I'm saying? Well, he really picked it with me. I just want finna back down. I didn't give a fuck who he was. You know what I'm saying?
He
could have been Donald Trump's son.
He over here fighting Hitler Jr. and shit.
Yeah, so you know what I'm saying? Like they broke it up. The BDs broke it up. You know what I'm saying? And then I ended up going to the hole for fighting and shit like that. The whole time I was in the hole, the BDs ended up starting to fight with the Aryans over that shit. You know what I mean? To me, I was a neutron to them. You know what I'm saying? But dude, Crow from Chicago was like, man, I'm from Chicago. I know about the Kings, bro. Any other place, you would have had it made.
Yeah,
you would have been straight.
You in the fucking sticks.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
You in the South,
he was like, bro, I see you hold your ground. You stand up. It's all good. Don't even trip. You know what I'm saying? Sent me a kite when I was in the hole. He sent me a kite. And I read that shit, hit him back, was like, I appreciate you, bro. You know what I'm saying? If you need to make any kind of calls out there, I can show you who to call and who to talk to, you know what I'm saying, to verify that the shit is certified with me. You know what I'm saying? He was like, no need, I already see it. So I get out the hole, you know what I'm saying? I think it was like 2 days after I got out the hole, I'm walking through the prison yard. It was rec time. and I had 2 Aryans following behind me, and I knew what it was.
It
I
was
was
about
like,
to go down.
bro, they gonna try to kill me. You know what I'm saying? So sure enough, I'm peeping, and I see one of them pull out a shank. So I was like, I'm not finna be no dumbass and stand here and try to fight this dude and his buddy, and they got a shank and they gonna kill me. So I cut out. Phew, I ran. I cut out. So when I ran, it caused a big commotion.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And then, you know, the BDs out there and then the GDs that was out there, they seen that shit and ran in between us. You know what I'm saying? And stopped it. And from that day forward, you know what I mean? Crow was like, hey, bro, from here on out, you with us. You know what I'm saying? You good. Don't even trip. You with us. We're going to hold you down. You know what I'm saying? You did, you know, when we together in our shit, you got to stand outside of it. You know what I'm saying? But any other time, you with us. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, cool, that's love. That's what's up. You know what I'm saying? So I, you know, to show thanks and gratitude, you know, for that, I would cut their hair.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying? Because I know how to cut hair with a razor and a comb and shit in the joint. Like I always had talent with my hand-eye coordination. So I was always talented with anything I put my mind to. And, you know, I would cut their hair and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And motherfuckers like, oh, that's our barber. He cool. You know what I'm saying? S.A. Lamb King. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, you know, I ended up doing all of that shit. Then I come home, you know, and I was living in Arkansas, in Blytheville, Arkansas for a couple months. And then we moved back to EC.
Okay.
And that's where things got rough because I was in a relationship just like the relationship I watched my mother in growing up.
Okay.
And like I said, it was a cycle. Everything was coming full circle. Everywhere around me was a full
coming
circle.
Right back.
So I was in a toxic ass relationship with my oldest kid's mother.
Okay.
And it was tough. We couldn't get along. You know what I mean? Because we was both young. And we didn't want to be controlled, and we didn't want to be held to the expectations of a relationship or what people think should be.
Yes.
You know, shit like that.
Okay.
And plus, I had my nigga Black, you know what I'm saying, that, you know, was doing his thing. You know, he was fucking suave back in the day. He had all the females, you know what I'm saying? And them females had their friends. You know what I'm saying? So it's
all your fault.
I didn't want to be tied down. I didn't want to be controlled. You know what I'm saying? And I was fighting any little thing. You know what I'm saying? It was a real bad toxic relationship. So it really just pushed me back to the streets even more. And that's when things really took a turn for the worse because I was only out a year. I was only out 1 year. And then I caught a case.
The case. Before we get into the case, did being locked up in Arkansas, did music come into play at all?
I definitely, when I was there, man, I'm glad you asked that because I definitely would have left that out the story. They had talent shows there.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And I think that's where dude's comment came into play and was like, why are you always trying to sound black?
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? Because I did a talent show there one time. And there was a dude that they had beat machines and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Things to make beats and shit like that. So in that talent show, I was rapping on stage in front of everybody.
Okay.
And mind you, the Mexicans were looking at me like, this fucking Mexican, he sounds black. We don't like him. You know what I'm saying? The white dudes was like, this fucking Mexican sounds black. We don't like him. But on the other hand, I had the black guys that were like, yo, this nigga could spit. You know what I'm saying? So that I think that brought another sense of respect from them towards me. You know, kind of like saved my ass. Like music saved my ass.
Oh yeah,
in so many different ways in my life. So yeah, I remember this one talent show I did. That shit was dope, and I killed it. I should have won, but then it was this motherfucking light skinned dude with waves got up there, got on the piano, and started singing like some R. Kelly shit. You know what I'm saying?
If he get up there playing the piano, bro, I don't care if he doing like Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. He's probably gonna win, bro.
Yeah, it was crazy. There was female guards there. You know what I'm saying? And the female guards was like, crazy shit. You know what I'm saying? It was going crazy for this light skinned motherfucker on the piano singing R. Kelly. You know what I'm saying? So I fucking didn't win the talent show. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I got a sense of respect from that. You know what I mean? And it kind of got me through. You know, so but another instance to where music got me through, you know.
Now it was Ryan born when you were locked up?
No, Ryan was born
when you came home.
When I came home, yeah. As soon as I got home from the first case, she got pregnant with Ryan.
Okay.
And I was out long enough just for him to be born. I think he was only like 5 months. Ryan Jr. Again, Jacqueline was 5 months when I left.
5
Ryan
months
was
for each
5 months
kid and
for
your
each
Latin
kid in the
king.
beginning of their life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, yeah. And but like, you know, like I was saying, the toxic relationship that I was in, you know, pushed me to the streets more and more.
What
And I love that relationship with the streets more than any relationship I had in life. So, you know, it kind of didn't surprise me.
It made you feel like you were somebody.
Yeah.
You know,
Definitely.
it gave you a sense of purpose. You were making money. You were mentoring the younger generation in a way. You know what I mean?
And at the same time, chasing that adrenaline rush.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So
yes.
That's what happened.
What how deep? So you come back from Arkansas.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what the short time that you were out there after you got out, what was it like?
Well,
like what made you come home? Was it a job situation?
I mean, I really just had to finish a certain amount of probation out there. You know what I'm saying? Before we moved back, because we didn't know anybody out there.
You never gave it a thought, like maybe this should be a new chance.
Hell no, because Blytheville, Arkansas, ghetto as fuck. It's like Gary.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But just a lot smaller.
Yeah.
In a compact size. You know what I'm saying? And in Blytheville, Arkansas, they had Crips and they had Vice Lords.
Okay.
And still, I went through it all again. You know what I mean? So, we moved out of there, came back to the crib. When I first got back, my nigga Black.
You come back to EC?
Yeah, I came back to EC.
North side?
Yeah. The move to the north side on 144th and Todd. And I would go to Black's crib, and this is when Black started making beats. He had his crib set up. He had a studio in the basement and shit like that. He was making beats, and we started fucking around with music. You know what I'm saying? There, started making more music, but at the same time, I strayed away from that to
the streets,
participate in the street life. You know what I'm saying? Because I was more
music was more of a thing that was like a hobby type thing. Like I could do
hobby.
it, but type
that
shit.
Street shit was
so
my
what
lifestyle.
What year was this? 2004, 2005 later?
2004.
2005.
Okay. And you know, I made a couple songs with Black here and there, made some songs with Chill, you know what I'm saying? Shit like that. You know, shout out my nigga Chill, man. I completely left him out the whole story earlier, man. We met Chill.
I know he's tuning in right
now.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Man, I'm so sorry, Chill. I apologize, bro. Because now that part of Chill, where fuck you, where Chill comes into the story is when we first started making music. You know what I mean? Like we were all over the place with it. We really weren't.
You're just rapping.
Yeah, we were just rapping all over the place with it. And then we met Chill, and we listened to Chill and how Chill rapped, because he had a previous music history with Father Time and the Time Takers, stuff like that. Yes. You know what I mean? So when he started rapping, we looked at him like, oh shit, this is the coldest motherfucker I ever heard in my life, bro. He's dope. You know what I'm saying? Like he really has flow. So he helped guide us into an area to where now we can make songs. You know what I'm saying? And shit like that. And he helped us with that, between him and JP, you know what I'm saying, trying to keep us on track. Like, no, stupid motherfucker, you can't talk about fucking and doing this and then making money and then doing this. Let's stick to one subject to make this song about that one subject. And
each one of y'all got a verse way different. Shit.
Yeah, we was all over the place.
Showed us how to like
finesse.
Yes, yeah.
Tracks like this one and this one.
You know, yeah, so you know, like all of the pieces to the puzzle in the outfit.
Where did Coley come along?
Coley who? Nah, fucking with you. Shout out my nigga Coley on Hip Hop's Baby, man. Check out hiphopsbaby.com. Go get your gear. That's where his hat came from. So yeah, Coleon came in like right after Chill.
Okay.
And when Coleon came into the picture, he was on some different, you know, we met him in a different avenue than just rapping, should I say? Because Coley's a hustler. You know what I'm saying? And he always had that exotic back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Like when Reggie was everywhere, Coley always had a little bit better than Reggie. So, you know what I'm saying? He came in and was just like freestyling one day. Like he came in and somebody was like, oh, you rap? He was like, hell yeah, I rap. Bam, he started freestyling. And then we were like, damn, this nigga's cold as fuck too. Where the fuck? You know what I'm saying? What the fuck? And then JP was like, nah, nigga, you with us now. You know what I'm saying? You with us now, nigga. You with the mob now, nigga. Welcome to the mob.
And there's the outfit.
And then bam, that's how the outfit came about. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, my apologies to them two brothers for leaving that story out because I was really getting into a situation
There'll
where
be
I was explaining the situation that was crucial to my life at that point.
There'll
and
be
Black was a big part of it. You know what I'm saying? So that's how we formed.
There'll be
a
a future episode. I know Outfit's been working on new music, so there'll be a future episode of this where I got all you guys.
Oh, that'll be love.
Yeah,
So we get to explain that. So thank you for saving me on that.
Yeah,
I love my brothers, man.
That's already in the cards. Like I have the list of people that I want to do this with. So and the fucked up thing is it's 3 are Outfit related. I got you, then I have the Outfit as a whole, and then I have Coley. So
and you got Untouchable One.
This motherfucker.
Man, the backbone. That's the backbone of the
this
Outfit
motherfucker.
Right there,
see, my first introduction to the Outfit was the video shoot in the Land Lounge parking lot. That was my introduction to the Outfit. So
riding.
Yes, I was up there and shit like that. And then later it was Coley and shit. Then me and Black got cool later along that shit. My last right before I moved to California, I had one last birthday party out here. Well, it was 6 months before I moved to California. But fucking Coley was supposed to come through, but he never made it because he had a previous event that night. So it went longer than what my shit basically kind of went the performance wise. So, but he showed up, he rocked out. So
they held it down.
Yeah,
while I was gone,
this motherfucker's always prepared. He always prepared to perform all the time.
That's why I said,
yeah.
Untouchable One, my nigga Black has been the backbone. He the Outfit for years.
He's kept it. Yeah. That's definitely
years. So he held it down. We got some questions coming in.
No, Indy. What about Try for Life?
Oh, we did a song with them. I can't even remember when we did that song with them. I think it was when I got out.
Yeah, him and Rev's compilation.
And with him and Rev.
Shout out to Rev.
Rev, he's dope.
Y'all could be watching this from robvillain.com. Type it in your fucking device, hit it, scroll down a little bit. There's a video push play. Subscribe to the YouTube page too. Appreciate it.
Most definitely.
But so you come back, you're fucking gang banging again, you're fucking loving street. Now how deep now you come back and the Outfit has attained yet another level.
Bro, they fucking shot up.
And Coley has started to be, even though like we just said Black's the backbone, Coley started being the and I know it wasn't set up this way, but he became the face of the Outfit.
Yeah.
Because he became more popular, so to speak.
Most definitely, because he's cold, bro. He has a talent that sets him out from anybody that's in the region, period.
Who got mad at me? Oh, it was you that got mad at me.
Yeah.
On an episode. I think it was the episode link up that we did.
Oh yeah, y'all niggas ain't give my nigga his credit that he deserved, bro.
No, I gave him his credit.
Yeah, you did, but at that point in time, it just sounded like he wasn't getting
no. See
the credit he deserved.
No. Oh yeah, he shit. Me and Coley go back 20 years.
Yeah.
So, but Coley, he was a freestyler. Like that's how he started.
Yeah.
So coming from that and then coming into recording and making songs is a whole different story.
Yeah.
He's always been a dope rapper.
Yeah.
But then he always made dope songs. Yeah. But
he didn't know how to record for shit.
Yeah. You felt some type of way when I was like, his last couple albums is where he went from a rapper to an artist.
Yeah.
Because
he's always been an artist. That's why I was like, man, that nigga always been an artist, bro. You know what I mean? Like, what do you mean?
No, there was a time where all his verses were dope, but it wasn't a complete song because the hook didn't tie everything together or whatever. He was rapping his ass off.
And that's where I beg to differ, because we can go through gangster poetry.
Oh no, that's what I was talking about.
We can go through gangster poetry. We can go through every other album after that. And I was like, no, hold on, bro. Y'all, you made an incorrect
That's what
statement.
I was talking about.
Yeah.
When I say his last couple albums, that's what I was talking about.
I know what you're talking about though. I know, you know what I'm saying? Once we fucking was arguing and shit on the fucking internet.
Shit, I listened like
when I think about some of the songs you guys are talking about that he recorded, I remember Coley would just have verses that he wrote and then put them to other songs. And I just thinking of, because I was with him doing some of that. Or recycling verses and shit. I can see what you guys are talking about.
He's probably had the most growth of any artist that I've worked with, and I've worked with everybody out here. Like from how he came into how he is now.
Yeah, most definitely. Salute to him, because
and you know what?
He ain't got no plan B, bro. That's why he got to that. You know what I'm saying? Me and Black, we had jobs and shit like that. We worked jobs. We lived like a life.
Oh, he's always been a hustler.
That's
he's always hustled. That's
bro ain't never had a job, bro. His main job is hustling, bro. So now he owns his own clothing line.
But
You
the
know what
only
I'm
like,
saying?
hey,
So like
hey,
he's an entrepreneur now. You know
The-
what I'm
the
saying?
only
I
th-
didn't see the vision back then, but I see it now.
the only problem I got with him is I don't know why he waited so long to start dropping Spanish singles.
Man, yo, wait till you see this new video he got coming out.
Shit, I can only
Bro,
imagine.
this shit was so crazy. We just came back from Cali.
I can only imagine
bro,
with
this
Nicki
new
the
video-
Goat doing that shit too.
He got some shit coming out soon. You know what I'm saying? So stay tuned. Al Coleon, Kush World Coley, and the Outfit. You know what I'm saying? So that shit was dope. This joint that he's about to drop is crazy.
So you come back from Arkansas, you're back in the streets. Outfit's basically a cohesive unit. What any music come into play coming back until you caught the charge we're about to get into?
Just a couple songs.
Just a couple
Because
songs.
I was hard-headed, stubborn. I had the whole squad mad at me because I wouldn't lead the street life alone.
Yeah.
And they would tell me every time they see me, man, what the fuck are you doing? I'm like,
And I can Meej just the look Meej would give you too when he see you. Just
you
like
have no clue how many times Mijo pulled up on me. You know what I'm
like,
saying?
bro, I can
ready
only
to beat my
imagine.
ass,
I
bro.
can only
Like,
imagine.
I'm in the hood walking down the street. He pulls up like, get your bitch ass over here. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, fuck, man. You know what I'm saying? Like this big bro. You know what I'm saying? And if anybody knows Mijo, they know this motherfucker's a
He don't
knockout
play.
artist. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. He don't play.
He can punch harder than Mike Tyson, bro. I've seen it. I fought him with gloves before.
Real
That nigga
quick,
knocked
you
me
don't
on
even
my
know it's
shit.
coming.
Bro, I promise. So, you know what I'm saying? They was mad at me, bro. Black mad at me. Mijo mad at me. Coley really just started to ignore me because he was hustling. He was like, man, I ain't got time for that dude on that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? The one that, you know what I mean, that was always like, come here, let me, you know what I'm saying, kick it with you was Chill. Chill really never got mad, you know what I'm saying, because he came from a background and, banging and shit like that too. And he understood, and Chill's always been
He was
wiser
he was
than
always
his
like
years.
he was always an older brother type like Meej too.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah, that's when I caught a that's when I caught a battery.
We had shows and your ass wouldn't show up, and we're like doing this verse type.
Bro, because
so you were that member.
Yeah,
so
I was that member.
So you were the Bobby Brown.
We had everybody was Bobby Brown for a little bit.
Everybody was a Bobby Brown at one point in time, most definitely. But I think I had the worst Bobby Brown moments. You know what I'm saying? I had the Bobby Brown that he started doing this.
Oh shit!
You know what I'm saying? I fucked up. But yeah, they was all, you know what I'm saying? Like I sensed that they were upset at me, so I stayed away.
And you were back on the north side too, right?
Yeah, I lived on the north side in the hood. You
Okay.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So and just being out there with them brothers out there, they showed me love and was like, all right, you're gonna be out here with it, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is, you king, let's roll. We're gonna live this life. So we was living that life, and the whole time, you know what I'm saying, the brothers that pulled me in and changed my life for the better were looking at me like, what are you fucking doing?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? And I didn't at that point in time really understand why they were mad at me, because I was so caught up in this life that I was like, this is my life. This is what I'm living. You know what I'm saying? And they seen a bigger picture that I didn't see because I was blinded. And I always talk, to my wife about these things, and I always try to, think and make sense of it all. And the only logical explanation that I can come up with is that I was possessed. You know what I'm saying? Like, some people wouldn't understand it, but for the conscious mind, I had a lot of demons.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying, and unsolved issues with myself from losing my father and going through these things that I grew up with in life that molded me into that person that had these issues.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? These unresolved issues in my mind that I didn't yet grow through. You know what I'm saying? So I was possessed, like I'm running in the middle of traffic, jumping on top of cars with an assault rifle, pointing guns at people, or walking down the street in Hammond, Hessville, with an assault rifle like it was legal. You know what I'm saying?
Like the white people do at the protest?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But I was out in the hood doing that shit. You know what I'm saying? I just didn't care. It was crazy. And there's no explanation to that right now. And I don't think there will ever be. Just that I was caught up in a product of my environment that raised me. Okay. And I wasn't able yet to shake that mindset and them demons.
I think that's going back to like what you said, being raised by Josh and Dave.
Yeah.
Seeing all that as a youngster. Like when I was young, I always wanted to do it, but like I never did it. You know?
Nah, because Mijo would have beat that ass, boy.
Caught up and shit.
Yeah, like but you are always a little bit more calm and collected more than I was. You know what I'm saying? I had a wild side to me that it was just untamable. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I got into a lot of street shit, you know what I'm saying, and hung around with the wrong crowd. Because in the end, I seen none of them really had any type of love for me. You know, because when it was time for me to go sit down, I ain't hear from none of them, only one of them from the hood. And he would write me, send me magazines, try to keep in touch with me. And that was my brother Germs. Rest in peace, Germs. He got killed while I was locked up.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
Well,
and
so at this point you're wilding. Yeah. And from the story we're about to get into, from the time that you got back home until this story starts,
yeah,
how long was it? How long were you home before the day?
A little over a year.
Over a year?
Yeah.
Just
over a year.
Just a year, wild now being a dumbass.
Yeah, that's all it took was a year. That's all it took was a year. So, yeah, they tried. Now that I, you know, am older, once again,
I'm gonna
be making this statement a lot. Now that I'm older and I see, they tried, man. You know what I mean? They even gave me tough love, like, well, fuck you. You know what I'm saying? You ain't with us no more type shit.
But
you know
then
what I'm saying?
What they didn't realize, that was just pushing you deeper into
deeper
exactly,
in. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So, you know, I got into that, you know, situation where I was doing all of that, you know, nonsense, running around in the street. And I ended up going through a complete life-changing experience.
What let's set we're about to get into a deep story. It's crazy. This is scheduled to be a 2-hour show, but it can run as long as we need it to. But this first half of the story comes in at about an hour because we were bullshitting at the beginning of it. So we're an hour and 7 minutes in.
Okay,
and it's pretty good.
Yeah.
Like pacing. Yeah. So that's pretty good.
Like a fucking movie.
Yeah. And this is starting the well, there would be 3 acts. So yeah, but we're about the halfway point of and we're leading into the event that's started to shape his life for the better in a weird way. Do you think if it didn't happen the way it happened, you think you would be where you are today, or you think it would have ended up you getting killed?
It could have went either direction, both negative, dead or locked up even longer.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying? It definitely could have went in the worst direction of me being killed or locked up in the feds on some Rico shit. You know what I'm saying?
Like a lot of King brothers around that time had happened to them. Yeah,
definitely. Because when I was locked up on this case that I was gone for a while, a lot of them got locked up under the RICO Act. You know what I'm saying? Or just moved away, or just started doing their own thing and chilled. You know what I'm saying? And got wise and did their family thing. Or whatever,
shit, they're still fucking. They're still in court for shit that happened during that time. Mm-hmm. It's crazy. We're going to take this back to Chicago on the green screen because we're trying to get all the production value we can out of this shit. But all right, take us back to the day. What day was it?
In November.
November
2005. I
was just turning 25. Yeah. My birthday is November 13th.
I was 22, 23, something like that.
Okay.
22 or 23.
So November 2005. You're on the north side of East Chicago.
Living in the hood. Okay, so now like during this October and November, there was a lot of situations where I would get into it with other people from the other side of town. You know what I'm saying? And I was really on my guard, living militant. You know what I'm saying? And one of the little homies, like, what's crazy is that I could talk about this story and not worry about any kind of future consequences from law enforcement because I've already been charged. You know what I'm saying? I've been through it. You know what I'm saying?
There's no.
So I was at the crib one time, man. It was me and my brother Josh.
You've paid your debt to society.
Yeah, most definitely.
No double jeopardy.
And this is, really my first time publicly speaking about this situation.
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
And, yay!
It sucks. It's a fucked up story.
Well, yeah, I know. See, the only reason why I wanted to have you do the first version of this of the new Villain Radio show was because of the story. Because it was only a few weeks ago that you even told me the full story. So I was like, you know what? That's perfect. You know?
Yeah. This is real content. You know what I'm saying? And
it is some movie shit.
There's probably a couple of people watching that have been through the same things that I have been through and lived the same things that I have lived. So, like, you know what I'm saying? It just reminds me to stay humble and know that from that scene in the movie where niggas be like, niggas get shot every day, B.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
This what happens.
It happens to a lot of people. You know, it has happened to a lot of people. And yeah, so I'm at the crib with my brother Josh, man, and my newborn son. We chilling. And one of the little shorties from the hood came running to my door. And he was roughed up. Had his shirt ripped. He looked like he got roughed up. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like, hey, it's some motherfuckers in the hood. They just tried to jump me and took my bike. And I'm like, all right, fuck it, let's do this. At that point in time, you know what I'm saying? I didn't give a fuck, you know. So I, you know, was like, all right, I'll go with you. You know what I'm saying? So he goes around the corner, grabs a strap from underneath a garbage can that he had. You know what I'm saying? And I had mine. So he grabs his strap, I grab mine. We're gone. We go to find him.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And some dudes in the hood, there was a couple of them, more than a couple of them. You know what I'm saying? It was deep in our hood. At that point in time, we was going through a lot in our hood because we was beefing with everybody all the time.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I was pissed. Like, they just tried to jump my little homie. You know what I mean? I was mad as hell. Like, come on, bro. You know what I'm saying? He was a youngster. If anything, try to jump me.
Okay.
You feel me? So I tried to stick up for him. And he was like, all right, come on, let's go. I know where they at. So, you know, we followed. And he comes out and he sees him. And he starts busting. You know what I'm saying? And then I start busting. And somebody died. One of them ended up dying. And this is crazy. I got goosebumps telling this story. Tragic. It was tragic because he was a youngster as well, the same, you know what I'm saying, around the same era as this youngster. And that shit scared me more than I was ever scared in my life. Because I didn't want nobody to die.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Course. At that point in time, but it's hard to say that, okay, well, you were shooting a gun. How did you not want somebody to die? Okay. You know what I mean? But in my heart and in my mind, I didn't want nobody to die. I was probably just wanted to scare them off. You know what I'm saying? So somebody ended up dying. Dude ended up dying. Rest in peace. Bless his soul. Because nobody deserves to die and go out like that. You know what I'm saying? So when that shit happened, they identified Shorty that was with me.
Now the whole incident, from the time that Shorty came to the door with her shirt all ripped up and everything, to the time that the shots were over.
Mm-hmm.
How long of a time frame was it? What was it?
15 minutes, 20 minutes?
Okay.
Not even. Because it's right there, you know, in the hood. I lived in the hood. So, you know, that shit happened. They identified him. And when they identified him, the police went to go pick him up. And when they picked him up, he told the police that it was me, and I made him come with me to go do that.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? So when he told them that, they started looking at me. And at this point in time, I was working. You know what I'm saying? And I was, you know, I had a job. I was welding. So I had a good job. I was doing all right, you know, taking care of my family. You know what I'm saying? My shorties like I was supposed to. And once that, you know, I was a person of interest now. And from his statements saying that I made him come with me and that I did it, everything focused on me.
Yes.
So I ended up getting charged for that.
Okay.
And once I was charged, they came and got me while I was at work, locked me up. You know what I'm saying? And I went through a whole year of fighting that case. And I got a good lawyer. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Grandma Petra. She paid for my lawyer. You know what I'm saying? And I got a good lawyer. And my lawyer was like, this is not good for you. Because they're bringing up your rap lyrics.
Oh, yes.
They're bringing up pictures of you with guns.
Yes.
They're bringing up your past case that you're still on parole for.
Yes.
They're bringing up all of these different
Yes.
things. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? And it was making it easier to build that
Making a
case
fucking
on me.
checklist.
You know what I'm saying? And throughout the whole situation, when I got my state's discovery back,
Okay.
come to find out, the person that died got killed from his gun, the other dude's gun.
Oh,
Not
yes.
my gun.
Yes, yes, yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So I got my state's discovery and seeing that he died from his gun and not mine. And now my lawyer was like,
Wait a second.
yeah.
Hold on. Pump the brakes.
He was like, we could change all of this right now.
Yeah, it's a whole new ball game right there.
The lawyer was like, we could change all of this right now. He's like, you know, you have proof
Yes.
that it came from his gun, not yours. And you know, me sticking to the code, I was like, I ain't snitching. I'm not ratting. I'm
Okay.
not a rat.
Yeah.
It's not gonna happen. You're not gonna get me to cooperate with nobody.
Okay.
Get me a good plea. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I was like, I knew the situation I had put myself into.
Yes.
I accept responsibility because it never should have been into that point in my life. You know what I'm saying? Like I never should have got to that point in my life.
You were back home.
Yeah.
You had a job.
Yeah.
You had 2 young kids.
Still wilding out in the streets.
Still wilding out.
You know what I'm saying? So
now were you
you know,
were you with the kid's mother at the time?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I was with her at that time, and you know, shortly after I was locked up, she split, did a thing because she knew I was gonna be locked up for a long time.
Okay. Now
So
going back to telling the lawyer to get you a plea.
yeah.
What was he able to come back with?
My first plea agreement, they came back with, they said 50.
Oh shit.
50 years.
50 years straight.
And you know, you do half
We'll have 25
in Indiana. So
Yes.
I was like 25 years, fuck that. I'll be like 50 something years old when I get out.
No. What were they able to plead to charge down to for that offer?
Manslaughter.
Straight manslaughter.
Voluntary manslaughter.
Okay.
Yeah, voluntary manslaughter. They said they'll drop it to that because it was in the heat of the moment. The other people incited the situation. You know what I'm saying? So all I did was react off of anger, which was, you know, it wasn't premeditated.
Yes.
I reacted off of the heat of the moment.
Yes.
So they decided to drop that charge.
Okay.
But I wasn't gonna.
You weren't
rat.
going.
I wasn't going to rat. I couldn't do it. I didn't have it in me to do that.
No 6'9".
None whatsoever. And at the same time, I knew I had kids at home. I had babies at home that needed me. And it was a tough situation. It was a very tough situation to where I was torn. So I hit with a ton of bricks. Like, okay, I could tell them what happened. And I'd probably go down for something else, accessory or something like that. Get a lot less time, go home to my kids and be the father that I should be. Or I could stick to this code that was raised and ingrained into me and not rat and not say nothing and accept the consequences and go down and do what I got to do. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I did. I kept my mouth closed. They came to me with a 50-year plea. I said, no, let's take it to trial. My lawyer was like, man, they're going to bop you in trial. You're going to do life. And I was like, well, then it is what it is then. I'm standing on it. So, you know, back in the pod where I was at, I had some old schools that's going back and forth to the joint, you know what I'm saying, fighting their cases, similar cases to mine. And they were like, man, just stick it out. You know what I'm saying? Like, just stick it out. They'll come back with another plea. You know what I'm saying? I was like, all right, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? So they came back with another plea. It was 30, suspend 5, 25, do 12 and a half.
Okay.
And I thought about it, and my lawyer was like, man, you can get out in under 10 years. You can get out in under 10 years. He was like, for the situation that happened, you should be glad that they're coming to you with this.
Yeah. I mean,
and,
yeah.
You know, I was like, you're right. So I pled guilty to voluntary manslaughter and got sentenced to 25 years. And I went to prison. And, you know, this was Indiana prisons. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I had my paperwork with me. I sent the paperwork home to show everybody that was telling on me in this situation. Shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I still got my paperwork. And there's like 13, 14 names, like 5 or 6 of them in the hood of people that are gang affiliated with me.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? My own people that was snitching. Like, yeah, I seen him running down the street with another dude chasing another crowd of guys.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying? Type shit. So, and then one of them was somebody that I grew up with.
Because why wouldn't it be?
Crazy. How it always happens.
Always happens.
Yeah. And he was in the outfit.
Oh.
He was in the outfit. He ain't nothing no more. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it was one of my earliest friends. I met him in the first grade. I knew him since the first grade. And he got pulled over on some humbug shit. You know what I'm saying? The cops was like, man, what the fuck do you know about this? He was like, oh, yeah, I seen him running down the street with a gun. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, that helped like place other puzzle pieces into the whole, you know what I mean, thing, trying to figure it out. You know
picture
what I mean?
became clearer and clearer.
Yeah, his bitch ass. But yeah. So I had, you know, all my paperwork and shit like that when I went to the joint. I was an open book, like fuck it. You know what I'm saying? I had people mad at me because of the situation that happened. And a lot of them thought that I was the one that really did it. You know what I'm saying? But once I got to the joint and I had my paperwork, and ones was like, man, it's about to go up with you. You know what I'm saying? So one of us ain't gonna leave this motherfucker alive. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, on the politics side of it, being that, you know, I was still a king.
Yeah.
And shit like that, they was like, nah, we ain't going. Ain't nobody touching him, no matter what he's here for. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody touching him. So I was like, here, look at this paperwork.
Total different world from the prison sentence you did in Arkansas.
Yeah, completely. Because well, now it was different because I knew people. You know what I'm saying? I was in a place where Latin kings are at the top.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I had my niggas with me, you know what I'm saying, on that part. But yeah, I let the paperwork, you know, sent it home, showed people in the joint the paperwork, and they seen that I was locked up for something that I didn't personally do.
Yes.
And a lot of them was like, well, fuck, what do we do now? You know what I'm saying? Like, what do you want me to do? What y'all want to, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. It is what it is. I'm locked up. I kept my fucking mouth closed. I ain't snitch. I'm going to do my time and do what I got to do and go home. Because I got kids that are waiting for me. You know what I'm saying? So there was a big growth period through each year. From 2005 to 2016. Each year had something different for me.
Okay.
Along the way. You know what I'm saying? And that's where I started to grow. That's where shit got real.
Where they shipped you to first?
Westville.
How long?
I did 3.5 years in Westville.
3.5.
3.5 at Westville. Then they sent me to Wabash, because I got into a fight, and I beat. It was an old school, right? I want to say old school. At that point in time, I was 20 something, and he was like 40 something. But he was known to be like jailhouse rat. Okay. Always snitching on somebody if they smoking weed or selling tobacco or doing anything that's breaking the rules. He would always try to be the one to tell on us. You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy. I don't know how we fast forward to this part, but yeah, it was mail call. And that day, this is crazy how shit happens for me, y'all. I like it's real life a movie. That day I was on somebody's cell phone. I called home, and my kid's mom was like, I'm leaving you. I'm with somebody else now. You know what I'm saying? And I was torn because I was married.
Did you kind of expect it at all?
I expected it,
but not that.
But no matter what, you know what I'm saying? You're never prepared for something like that. You know what I'm saying? So like, this is my kid's mom. You know what I'm saying? I was married to her.
Okay.
You know what I mean? No matter how toxic our relationship was, I loved her. You know what I'm saying? So she told me that shit on the phone, you know what I'm saying? And it was like, yeah, and it ended up being another king, brother, that she left me for. You know what I'm saying? Shit. So because
why wouldn't it be?
Why wouldn't it be? This shit happens crazy to me every single story. Like it's wild. So that made it worse. You know what I'm saying? And then a couple minutes later, it had mail call. And I was expecting a letter from my brother Dave. My brother Dave always used to write me, send me pictures and shit like that. My oldest brother. He always held me down no matter what. Through everything that I've been through in my life, my brother Dave has always held me down.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Always been there 100% for me. I love him for that. Even though I tried to be just like him growing up, and that's what turned me to the animal that I was, I still love him to death because he's been
by my side every
Yeah.
moment of the way. So I was waiting on a letter from him. I go to mail call. I go grab my letter. Like if and mail call in the joint, everybody flocks to guard shack.
Yeah.
And is waiting for mail. So they call my name. I'm in the back. I'm like, fuck that. I don't like standing in big crowds. I don't want these stinky motherfuckers, you know what I mean, rubbing up against me, standing shoulder to shoulder with them. You know what I'm saying? So I stood back from the crowd, waited for my name to get called, and told them, excuse me, let me get through and get my mail. They was like, we'll pass it back. Nah, don't touch my shit. I don't know where your hands been. Because there's some nasty motherfuckers in the joint. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? They was like, you tripping. I was like, all right, man, just get out of my way. You know what I'm saying? And they got out the way to the point to where I got up to the motherfucking jailhouse snitch. And I was like, excuse me. He was like, go around. Because he was like some Russian dude. You know what I'm saying? Go around. I was like, man, here we go. Because in my mind, I just got off a fucked up phone call. You know what I'm saying? And I was shitty. Trying my hardest not to cry. You know what I'm saying? So he was like, go around. As soon as he did that, the guard was like reaching over him to hand me the mail.
Yeah.
So I grabbed it and slapped him upside the head with my letter.
Okay.
Like, fuck you. You know what I'm saying?
I'll take that, motherfucker.
We about to jump this bitch off. You know what I'm saying? So I did it. Bam. And then everybody's cracking up. That nigga, you know, slap the fuck out of him. Fuck that nigga. You know what I'm saying? The guard acted like he ain't see it because he knows the dude's a snitch and he didn't like him either because the guard was cool as fuck, which I happen to know him to this day.
Oh, there you go.
I happen to know him to this day. He's one of the coldest producers out here.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. I'm not going to say his name. But, yeah. So when I did that, you know what I'm saying? Like, everybody was laughing, whatever. I waited for him to bust a move. He ain't want to bust a move. He just put his head down. So I walked off. They called my name again. Hey, you got more mail. So I go back up. Of course, this dummy don't want to get out the fucking way. So I'm like, man, we're going to do this again. And he slaps me back.
Oh,
like
shit.
With the back of his hand, though, on my mouth.
Oh, he super bitch slapped you.
Bro, blew my fucking mind. You know what I'm saying? Because then, like, I'm about to kill this dude now. You know what I'm saying? Like, all right, I'm about to be locked up forever now.
Yeah.
Because when he did that, I took off on him. It was over with. Flooded him, beat the fuck out of him, broke his nose, knocked his teeth out, shattered his eye socket, busted his head open. And that was before they broke it up. All right, so they broke it up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And they didn't handcuff me because I was wilding and they knew I was dangerous. You know what I'm saying? They was like, man, we're not going to touch this dude until we get more guards in here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So they let him go to the bathroom to clean up some blood and get himself together. You know what I'm saying? Like, to help him because he was fucked up. Like, they carried him in there. They were trying to wash his face off and shit. You know what I'm saying? And then I sat down in the day room and I was like, fuck it. I'm about to go finish the job. You know what I'm saying? So I went back into the bathroom, threw the guard to the side, and went back at him. You know what I'm saying? Started beating him up again, banging his head off of the toilet, trying to dunk his head into the toilet. You know what I'm saying? Because all I kept thinking about was this motherfucker slapped me, bro. You know what I'm saying? And at that point in time, bro, you know what I'm saying? I was the Inca in the joint. You feel me? Yeah. I was number one for the brothers in the joint at that time.
Okay, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I ain't had no brothers on the dorm with me. You know what I'm saying? Usually they be like, nah, we'll do it for you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Because I was him.
Exactly.
And I was like, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. I'm about to beat this motherfucker up. He slapped me, bro. I'm about to fuck this dude up. So I commenced to beating him up, stomping him down again. You know what I'm saying? And they finally came in about 20 something deep, snatched me up, took me to the hole, sent me to another prison. You know what I'm saying? And then I went to maximum security, Wabash.
Okay. Before we get into Wabash, going back to when you get to Westville, you said you're up there. You were the head honcho.
Yep. Anybody knows me can vouch too.
What
true story.
Was it like that from the beginning?
Yep. 6 months after I got there.
6 months.
All it took was 6 months because the one that one there, he went home. Slid me in.
Moved right in.
Yeah. Yep. And the crazy part about it is the prison system there at Westville, all the IA, internal affairs and all that, they knew that. They knew that. Because it got to a point to where it was political. To where I would be the one to stop shit from happening and riots from starting. You know what I'm saying? All I gotta do is get my guys in line, like, hey, we're not gonna do it this way. We're gonna do it a smarter and better way without violence. You know what I'm saying? To keep the peace for everybody. You know what I mean? Because there's a lot of money coming in and money going out in this motherfucker. And it's about money, not this damn foolishness.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, but yeah, that shit happened. You know what I'm saying? And you know, the whole time, you know, I was there also, you know, I learned how to tattoo more. You know what I'm saying? Finally picked up the tattoo gun. I was in the barbershop cutting hair. You know what I mean? Shit like that. You know, just biding my time, getting into an everyday routine, living life. Then I got into college. I was in college at the time that I got into this fight. I was going to Purdue North Central studying organizational leadership and supervision. Why would I not?
Why
You know
not?
what I'm saying? So,
yeah,
you know, I was getting certified, you know, getting a degree in that. But I got into that fight and got kicked out of college. And when they sent me to the maximum security in Wabash, I had to wait a certain amount of time and stay trouble free. But I was in a hole, so what trouble could I get into in the hole?
exactly.
And I ain't gonna be one of them ones when the guard walks through and I'm ass naked, you know what I mean, acting a fool, you know what I'm saying? That's pretty much the only charge you could really get.
Yeah.
So, you know, I waited my time, then I got back into college and shit like that, you know what I mean? But at Wabash, that's when my wife that I'm married to now came into play.
Okay.
And she's always been my friend. She's always been my best friend since I was like 17. She was 15.
Okay.
We would always just hang out. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Chef. She found me. My cousin Angela gave her my info. She seen my cousin Angela at a bar or something like that. You know what I'm saying? And was like, yo, what's up with Ryan? You know what I'm saying? Angela's like, I got his info. You know what I'm saying? I got you. Because she would always look for me and ask, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Coley, what's up? Where's Ryan? At that point in time, I think Coley was locked up in a joint with me. So it might have been like somebody else, you know what I'm saying? Maybe my brother Josh or something like that. Because I was locked up with Coley. When Coley went and did his time, me and him were together in Westview.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Together.
How was that like?
It was dope. It was
How
dope.
long were you guys in there together for?
A couple years.
Okay.
Just a couple years. We was in the same dorm and everything too. You know what I'm saying? At that point in time.
Did you tattoo his O's on him?
Nah, I didn't tattoo him. At that point in time, I think I didn't really pick up the gun that much.
When did you get into more tattooing in prison?
At Wabash.
At Wabash.
At Wabash.
What was?
It was easier to tattoo there.
What was the your time at Westville? Was just living like a king time?
Yeah, it was definitely all gang member status. You know what I'm saying? Like just living that life there, because that's, if anybody knows Westville, they know that motherfucker set up. That's the way it is. That's how it's set up there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I adapted to my circumstances and my environment, did what I had to do. You know what I'm saying? Got myself in trouble, got into some bullshit, because why not? That's what was going on in my life every bit of the way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, that happened, and then I went to Wabash. You know what I'm saying? Once I went to Wabash, I sat my ass down, and I came across a wise dude, Filthy Philip Stroud. He got 3 life sentences right now.
Oh shit.
Yeah, he one of the lords. And I came across him and Flintstone, one of the Stones from Chicago. My guy Flint, Freddie Byers. He got a life sentence. And they were like, bro, you smart, man. You got a lot of talent. You got a lot of potential. And you get to go home. We're here for life. You know what I'm saying?
No chance.
You need to fucking stop. You know what I'm saying? They kind of reminded me of when Black and Mijo would tell me, man, what the fuck are you doing? Yeah. You need to stop. And at that point in time, I was wise enough to know, damn, man, maybe I really do need to stop. You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe I need to make a change or something. You know what I'm saying? So I did. I started soul searching. You know what I mean? Going to the chapel, going to church. Then I met some good Muslim brothers, you know, that practiced Islam the way they supposed to.
Yes.
And I got into that. You know, I started practicing Islam with them because it's discipline.
It's very disciplined.
Disciplined, big time. And it's like meditation, doing the prayer. I used to pray 5 times a day, doing it. You know what I mean? So I started to encounter a lot of new situations inside this new prison that I went to that helped form and shape me. And it was then at that place when I got back into college. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't have to be the ink in there no more. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. They had other people doing that had life, that was going to be there forever. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have to do that. And I started to change. This is where things started to change for me. And, then it was then I realized I was protected. I had somebody with me, and I believe it was my father that was with me the whole time, because it's never been worst case scenario for me.
Okay.
It was then I realized that, you know what I mean? And he was with me, guiding me, you know, without me even knowing and not being conscious to seeing this. You know what I'm saying? But he was there. Once I got conscious to seeing it, things changed for a different. That's a later part of the story. But I started to go to college, and getting that education really helped change my heart and my mind.
Okay.
I started to practice religions. That helped change my heart and my mind.
Okay.
You know, I studied Native American religion. I studied Islam. I studied Christianity. I studied Taoism. I studied Buddhism.
Okay.
Everything that you can think of that has some type of form of knowledge or anything like that, I studied it.
Okay.
And because I knew the person I wasn't supposed to be. And it got me to the situation of where my life just completely went down the drain. And I failed at being a father. I failed at being a brother. I failed at being a husband. I failed at being a best friend to my brother Black, you know, and to Mijo and Chill and Coley. And, you know, I failed at any aspect you could think of in life. I failed. So I knew I'd come to a point in my life to where something got to change. You know what I mean? So, you know, I went on that path, started soul searching to better myself physically, spiritually, mentally, emotionally. Started paying attention to every single aspect of that wheel and bettered it, each and every single one of them throughout time. It took day after day after day, reading book after book after book, and not just completely believing in every religion that I studied, but taking out of it the good that applied to me in my heart personally.
Yeah, exactly.
So, yeah,
and apply it to you how it
what would work for me.
exactly.
You know, so it got to that point to where I was like, okay, I have to shed all self-definition as a man of who I was before this moment in time. Everything that I learned from my mother, everything that I learned from my brothers, my father, my cousins, my friends, everybody that I came in contact with in life, I had to shed it. I had to get rid of it. I had to do away with it.
Like a snake.
You know what I'm saying?
Just shed that whole skin off.
Exactly. I had to shed it and get rid of it.
Start anew.
And start anew. And how I started my new was building my own values, my own morals, my own judgment, creating my own traditions for myself. You know what I mean? And one of the main things that became my foundation of who I built myself up as a man was I'm somebody's father.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? My kids.
That's what it comes down to.
I was somebody's father. So I need to act according as somebody's father.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Because they need a father. I had a father, but he was taken away from me at a young age. And in a sense, that's what led me to be who I was. So I didn't want that to happen to my son or my daughter. So I was like, you know what? I'm about to be the best father anybody has ever heard of in my mind. So I did what I had. I educated myself, went to college, graduated college, got an associate's degree, graduated with a 3.66 grade point average. You know what I'm saying? I think I got like 1 C out of all the rest was A's or and a couple B's or something. You know what I'm saying? But I applied myself to this education.
Yes.
And once I got that education and started reading, it really opened up my mind and changed my paradigm. Paradigm is the way you think and the way you see things and the way you perceive them and accept them and let them out and project them. You know what I'm saying? So I changed it. I did all of that, you know, and it was just a process of growth. And by doing that, I stayed out of trouble. I stayed out of bullshit. My level dropped. Then they sent me to the farm, which was Putnamville.
Oh.
And that place was worse than Westville. Because at Westville, I at least had a lot of homies that was like from Gary or EC there. You know what I'm saying?
A lot of local people.
Yeah, a lot of local people. I met a real motherfucker, man, in the joint, man. D Glass. Shout out D Glass, man. He from the harbor.
Okay.
Always a real stand-up dude. Always had a lot of respect. Always had a lot of love. So it was like guys like that always had a lot of respect and a lot of love from everybody was the ones that I gravitated towards.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Every time I seen D Glass, it was nothing but love. You know what I'm saying? I paid attention to how he moved.
Yes.
And how he acted according to who he is. And I was like, man, that's a real nigga. And he from EC. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, all right, that's what's up. I'm going to apply this. You know what I'm saying? To me. You know what I mean? I even met people that from other walks of life that weren't Latin kings. You know what I'm saying? And they became some of my best friends.
These guys ain't so bad.
Yeah, that's why I was like, I don't know why I hated all these folks my whole life, because right now they real, bro. It's real life people in here. You know what I'm saying? They just grew up on a different side of town.
That's usually what it is. Yeah.
Yeah. So you know what I'm saying? Like just seeing that and meeting people like that and just getting to know people and you know what I mean, just seeing how they move real and shit like that. And when I was building my foundation for myself, I seen things from other people that I could apply to myself.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And then I learned and just really, you know, soul searched into my heart onto what I could do. You know what I'm saying? For me, and bettered it. I learned to stop hating. I learned to stop holding grudges. I learned to stop letting my past actions define who I was.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And it all got up to a point to where I really just had to forgive myself because it was eating me up inside, knowing that I got locked up for this situation. Being that I wasn't the one that actually did it, I was still there and I'm responsible, and it still ate me up.
Yeah.
Because I knew in my heart that's not the kind of person that I should have been. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, through that point in time, even like once I started to turn things around, everything became a blessing then. Because that's when Michelle found me.
Okay.
And started writing me and coming to see me every 2 weeks. All the way to fuck down in Wabash, past Terre Haute.
Oh, shit.
She would drive all that way to come see me. You know what I'm saying? And write me letters. And that, in a sense, opened my eyes to love again.
Oh, okay.
Because I knew she loved me at my lowest.
Yeah.
Wait till she sees this person of who I am now. You know what I'm saying? So, like, the way that came about was, like, we fell in love through communication without the physical interaction getting in the way or being a distraction.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And we fell in love through our communication, and we knew who each other were through writing each other just from our thoughts and what was in our heart, writing from our hearts and our minds.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So we fell in love while I was locked up. And she was holding me down. But you know, before that, she was always just my friend. Nah, I don't know if it feels like that because we're married now. She gets on my fucking nerves. But nah, I'm just playing. I love her to death.
Oh,
but
shit.
Dad, that you know what I'm saying? Like everything started to become a blessing to me once I started turning it around. You know what I'm saying? And becoming a different person and being better mentally, physically, spiritually, and emotionally.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And this is where life started to change. This is I started to evolve and realize the value of life. You know what I'm saying? Because at that point in time when I was younger, I can't really say I valued life because I seen my father die a slow death. He had cirrhosis of the liver.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And now this is going to get deep. Being in the hospital room with him when he was dying, he had a face mask on and for oxygen.
He was ready for COVID.
Yeah, he was definitely, they had him in a unit, you know what I'm saying, where he had the face mask to give him oxygen. They just really wanted to stabilize him to make him comfortable because they knew
it was a matter of time.
Away. You know what I'm saying? It was a matter of time. So being there with him and seeing that, you would have thought I would have known the value of a human life at that point in time. But being young and not knowing how to channel my emotions and anger, I let it make me worse instead of making me better. Because at that point in time, everybody was devastated around us. He was a very important part of our family, if not the most important part of our family. So nobody had the mental strength to get it together and help everybody else get it together. We were all torn. You know what I'm saying? So you would think at that point in time, when I seen that at a young age, that I would have known the value of life, but I didn't. You know, it didn't hit me. So years later, into this situation where I'm soul searching and trying to become better and do better and live better, then it started hitting me. You know what I mean? And my level ended up dropping, and I went to Putnamville, which is the farm. And the farm sucked worse than Westville because it was all nap niggas.
Oh,
It wasn't like it was at Westville where I had all the 219 homies from.
I'm not a fan of Indianapolis.
Man, look,
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep it respectful, you know, and not say what I want to say on that behalf, but it was definitely different in that prison because that's where they
went.
You know what I'm saying? And I ended up having to go there because it was closer to Wabash when they sent me out. They didn't want to send me back to Westville because they knew I had a past of being in a gang and acting a fool, which they didn't know this new person yet.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Because I definitely changed big time from Westville to my time in the farm. You know what I'm saying? So I ended up going to the farm and I got into the Plus program. And it was there that I started doing motivational speaking.
Oh, okay.
And I was trying to help all the youngsters do their time better in a wiser manner to where they can get home. So I was like, you know, because I added this part about myself to where I was like, man, I need to help instead of tear down. I need to build. And this is the new person that I'm going to be. And these are the things that I have to do because this is what real motherfuckers is supposed to do in a situation as such, being oppressed by the system and being locked up like a caged animal.
Boss up.
Somebody that had a mind and the mental, you know, authority over themselves to be able to do it. That's what you're supposed to do.
Yes.
You're supposed to put these young dudes up on game. You're supposed to help guide them. So I ended up doing like motivational speaking, and I ended up tutoring GED for special needs, like people that really couldn't learn well.
Yeah.
Because at that point in time, I was like, shit, I graduated college with a 3.66. I started reading books, you know what I'm saying, on memorization techniques and, you know, body language and everything like that. And man, I became very well educated. And I was like, I'm about to give back. So I used to tutor, you know what I'm saying? And you know, towards the end of my time, I still had dudes coming up to me like, what's up, Kingo? Bro, thank you so much, bro. I passed my GED test. And I'd be looking at him like, fuck, in my head, I don't remember you, homie. You know what I'm saying? Like, I came across so many people, you know what I'm saying? But they'd give me hug, like, you know what I'm saying, man, show me love because I helped them pass their GED test and they had learning disabilities. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I did, you know, I did what I was supposed to do in a situation where I was at that point in time in life. And building all those new values, morals, traditions, and everything like that, I started to exercise it. You know, knowledge is wisdom. Like knowledge is knowing what you're supposed to know.
Yes.
Wisdom is the action of it.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So I started to express wisdom and did what I had to do with that. You know what I'm saying? So being that I, you know, got another time cut, you know, and stuff like that, my level dropped again. They sent me to a level 1, which was Miami County.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I know exactly where you're talking about.
I went to Miami County. It's in Peru, right outside Grisham Air Force Base.
Yep.
And I was at the level 1 there. And then the old me came out after the level 1.
Oh.
Because I wasn't ready for it. I was too used to being in situations to where I was more in control of my surroundings. And at that level 1, you lose all control of your surroundings because you at a level 1 and they got something to hold over your head.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I didn't like that. So it was like a lockdown time. The guard didn't let me go to the bathroom when I wanted to go to the bathroom. So I snapped. Started kicking the cage because they locked us in the fucking room. You know what I'm saying? Like, and there wasn't no toilet in that joint.
Mm-hmm.
So I started kicking the cage, you know what I'm saying? Making as much noise as I could, throwing shit against the cage, you know what I mean? And they came and the guard that really started the bullshit, you know what I'm saying, tried to put cuffs on me. And I told him, you come close to me, I'm gonna change your fucking life. You know what I'm saying? So he's like, you're threatening me? I said, man, I'm promising you, you come by me, I'm gonna change your fucking life. So they ended up sending up the lieutenant, cuffed me, took me to the hole, sent me behind the fence inside to Miami County. And still there, it was better because now you had more control of yourself and your surroundings in there. You know what I'm saying? And I came across a lot of good brothers in there as well. My boy Don Trail, my homie Don Trail, he's out. He's successful now. And this is a success story that I could tell and be proud of because when I came across him in the joint at that one point in time, he was wild. He was wild, fighting, didn't give a fuck, hard-headed. You know what I'm saying? Always into shit. Then I put him under my wing. Like, come here, little homie. This is what we supposed to do. This is how we gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I gotta put you up on game. teach you how to learn, teach you how to love, teach you how to be, respectful, so you could become a better person for your little girls that you got at home. You know what I mean? And it would be times he wouldn't listen, and I would give him hard love, like, get the fuck away from me, then. If you ain't gonna listen, get away from me. You know what I'm saying? So, like, that happened with him. But then again, it all turned out to the point where, he got out, and I seen him not that long ago, man, and he's successful. You know what I'm saying? He's about to get married, have another baby. He has his 2 babies at home. He got a job. He's doing what he's supposed to do. And when I seen him, he was like, "Thank you. I appreciate you, bro. You helped me." And once I did this with him not that long ago, I realized the effect that my words have, that my actions have, now that I'm different.
Yeah.
And I moved away from all the nonsense and bullshit, and I became my own man. You know what I mean? Like, it's powerful. And these are a lot of the things that I rap about in my music today. Is positive messages. That's why I don't have time for people that are on bullshit, that know better and still don't do better. You know what I'm saying? It could be somebody that I knew from 30 years ago. Get away from me. If you are constantly on bullshit in a negative path, get away from me. If you're not going to listen to what I can help you with, it ain't nothing to cut that bitch off. You know what I'm saying? It ain't nothing to cut that bitch off. But yeah, that's why I am the way that I am now, and who I am because of it. And now everything that I've been through, you know what I'm saying? I come home after all it was said and done. I come home and I'm married. I got married.
In a joint?
No, I got married when I came home.
Okay.
The first day of me walking into my house, I got on my knees and asked Michelle to marry me, because I didn't want to be in the house with her, living with her, without her knowing she was going to marry me.
Okay.
That was the level of respect I wanted to take it to.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? And I think the first time, the first day I come home, we was getting it in. You know what I'm saying? I was locked up a long time. I needed that. You know what I'm saying? First day, first time she got pregnant with my baby. You know what I'm saying? So, she had my baby Ariel, which is she's about to be 3 now, or 4 now. You know what I'm saying? She's about to be 4. And I got back into my kids' life, Ryan and Jacqueline. I have Ryan all the time. I have Jacqueline a lot, but she's an independent girl. She likes to work and pay attention to her schoolwork and do her thing. You know what I'm saying? I would love to have her around more, but I know she's growing. She's about to be 18 in January. She's doing her own thing now. And I'm proud of her, because she turned out to be better than what I could ever imagine. You know what I'm saying? My son's turning out. I have a young man to raise into a man now. I'm somebody's father. That was that foundation I built.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So once I built that foundation, I knew I was about to be a good dad, because now I get to teach my son how to be a man. I could teach him how to hustle. I could teach him how to build and live and love and do the right things and still get respected for it. You know what I'm saying? And not search for respect in another route that I took when I was younger. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So, I got into, I got a good job. You know what I'm saying? Once I got to the crib, I think I made $75,000 my first year home after doing 10 and a half years in prison.
Welcome back.
You know what I'm saying? And I, before I come home, I told my wife, I said, "Watch, you give me a year, I'll be making as much as you," because she worked in the steel mill making over $100,000 a year.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying? And I told her,
Man, I'm gonna match your hustle.
Give me a year. Give me 5 years. I think it was 5 years. You know what I'm saying? And then first year, I almost made as much as her. And all the blessings just started to come over and over and over, because all I did was think about positivity, doing the right thing, being on the right track. You know what I'm saying? And staying away from the nonsense and garbage, and that's when Black and Mijo came back into the situation and embraced me wholeheartedly. You know what I'm saying? I was like, well, shit, let's do this music again, bruh.
Now
Let's do this
you
again.
get out, you and Michelle get married.
Mm-hmm.
You're working. Now, how long? When you first got out? What were you doing?
I was shout out my homie Jose Ortiz, Butter, Trendsetters Barbershop.
Okay.
I was in the barbershop. He was like, man, you need somewhere to, you know what I mean, work. I can help put you on your feet. Come to the barbershop. So I worked at Trendsetters Barbershop in South Lake Mall for a little bit.
Okay.
And then, you know, I came across a different situation where my brother Josh was like, man, I'm in the union. I'm removing asbestos. So I was like, oh, that's good money right there. Let me try it out. Bam, he helped me get in. I got in. So I was in, you know, local 17, you know, removing asbestos for a little while. And then the test came open to where I can get into the apprenticeship to be an insulator. And I passed that test, became an apprentice to be an insulator. And now, you know, I should be going into my 4th year as that. But in between the times of that,
When did you get back to music?
immediately
Right back.
Immediately once I got, you know what I'm saying, once I got home. Because
What
Black was ready.
now as we get back into music thing, our producer of the show, Indy, he just sent me a screenshot. Jesse Black asked a while ago, and it's perfect that he just sent me the picture of the question because it's playing into it. See, and he's working his magic and throwing up comments right there.
Okay.
If you want to read it, it's But Jesse Black said, how many rap names did you create before you settled for O-Mob, and how did you come up with O-Mob?
Well, my original rap name was O.
It
was just O.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh.
Because of my last
Name
name is Olivo.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So they just called me O for short. Everybody knew me as O, or that nigga O.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And when I was, you know, in the county fighting this last case that I went through, I came across a dude named Anthony Anderson. They call him Face. His brother is Freddie. Got his fucking name, but everybody knows him in Gary.
Okay.
He Big Lord, they call him. You know what I'm saying? And his brother GD though.
Okay.
But Face was like Ma. He always called me Mob because I always had a mob of niggas with me all the time. And plus, Outfit.
Okay. Yeah. There you go.
Was likened to the mob. We the Outfit. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, they called me. He always called me Mob. You know, so I was like, shit, O-Mob sounds better than just O. You know what I'm saying? And that's where that name came about.
Okay. Makes sense. Makes sense. There you go, Jesse Black, if you've watched thus far. Bug post tagged you in the in a post. You really need to tune in and listen to what O-Mob is talking about. Some of y'all really need to hear this. That's why I picked you for the first installment of this.
And the thing is, everything that I'm saying is factual.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This is not necessarily a story that I would like people to know about myself. You know what I'm saying? It's a fucked up story that what I went through, being that I was, you know, responsible for somebody's life.
Now,
you know,
it's funny you said that.
Fucking sucks. It's stupid.
Before we close out the prison stuff and move on to the present day and everything leading up to the present day and what you're up to now and so on and so forth. You were just talking about how did you reconcile with that?
I had to forgive myself.
And how long of a process was it?
It took me till 2012, April 27th. I remember the day clear as day. April 27th. There was a program that came to the prison and they fed us real food. And I was like, I'm going. I need that food. I'm tired of eating this food. They got chicken. They got fried chicken in there. They had spaghetti. They had everything. Roast beefs. They had everything. So they came in. And as long as you attended the program and listened to what they were saying, they fed us food every day for like a week straight.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And going through that situation in that program, I decided to go into it with an open heart.
Okay.
And I was like, all right. But at that time, I was practicing Islam.
Okay.
So going to a Christian program, I was like, I did that already.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm on this. But it helped. Like I said, I was taking everything out of everything that I was taking the good out of everything I was studying. So I went into that program with an open heart, and there was one of the days he went in there and they had like this little rice paper, and they was letting us know that forgiveness is a big part of everything in life, and they wanted to write down on that paper of everybody you forgive that has wronged you, and you dissolve it into a bowl of water. And once you wrote their names down, it was like a symbolic meaning of these people. I'm forgiving them.
Yes.
It's going into the water. It's disappearing. And it's
Yeah.
gone. You know what I'm saying? And nobody got to see who you wrote on that piece of paper. But the guy sitting at the table with me was like, "Yeah, this is what I'm writing." You know what I'm saying? And, shit like that. And we went around the table, and the guys asked me, "Well, who'd you put on yours?" And I said, "Me." I had to forgive myself.
That's deep shit right there.
Yeah, I had to forgive myself because I was holding a grudge against myself for putting myself in a situation as such. And I was beating myself up about it. And it was causing me to fight with myself. You know what I'm saying? So once I got to the point to where I forgave myself because I knew I was a better person and I started to prove I was a better person, I forgave myself on that day. And from that day, it was like I fell asleep and woke up a whole different person. Like I had a huge weight lifted off my chest and my shoulders because I forgave myself for everything that I've done. And I got past that. So now the only way is up and to move forward now. You know what I'm saying? So once I moved forward from that, everything changed. Everything changed. I started to see so many blessings come into my life. Yeah, my wife being one of the main ones. And now I have my baby. And now I have my kids. And now I have my freedom. And now I have an opportunity to tell my story and maybe help more people relating through music, because music is the only thing that has always got me through hard times. You know what I'm saying? It was something that I could relate to. That's why I love
Universal.
Tupac so much.
Yeah.
And that's why I love Nipsey Hussle so much, because at that point in time when he came out, where I was in my life was everything he was rapping about. Growth, following your vision, being a real motherfucker, staying on top of your shit. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I related with him so much. That's why I got this tattoo of prolific on my face.
Yeah, he tattooed his face
to show
last
respect
week
for that. You know what I'm saying? He helped change me as well. I'm continuing to change every single day. Still to this day, I'm still changing and getting better and better and better. And I have an opportunity to tell my story through music. And that's what I'm doing now. That's what I'm doing now. And I have a good job. Being that I've been out of work for a couple months now because my daughter contracted COVID-19 and I stood home to take care of her. She didn't have any symptoms. She wasn't sick.
asymptomatic.
Yeah, she was fine. But we still had to quarantine her to
Yeah.
make sure nobody
And
else got
automatically
it.
you get the time off work.
Yup. So I got
deal
off
with
work.
that.
And once that happened, another blessing came into existence to where I started to do something that I love to do, because I hate being an insulator. It's a dope job. Don't get me wrong. I love.
We had a hiccup, whatever that was. Let's
All
go
right,
back.
we back.
Yeah.
Okay, so now
you-
don't get me wrong. Like the job is
Yeah.
cool,
So you don't like being an insulator.
but I don't like it because of the guys that are in the trade.
Yeah. It's
You know what I'm saying? Racism is big in society today.
yes.
And
That it is.
being that I'm aware of a lot of it, I see it a lot at work. They treat people different. These guys are good old boys. I work with a lot of good old boys, you know what I'm saying? And they don't understand me the way I talk and the way I speak because they were raised outside of an environment such as myself. There's very few that I have connected with and became friends with in the trade, you know what I'm saying? And to this day, I'm thankful for them. And shout out to my boss out there. He knows who he is, man. He taught me a lot. And he's good at what he does. He's the best that I've seen. And he kind of took me under his wing and taught me, and he's teaching me still to this day. I keep in contact with him. He's a great father and a great man and a great worker. He's very intelligent. But since I've been out of work, I started doing something that I love to do. You know what I'm saying? And that's tattooing. I love doing tattoos. This is something that like it's my passion. When I tattoo, I get an adrenaline rush. I see better. I hear better. I feel better.
Okay.
You know, I taste better. Getting feedback from that phone, maybe. There you go, it's better. But I started tattooing, and now I'm making double the amount of money that I make being an insulator. And you make a lot of money being an insulator. It's one of the highest paying trades out there. You know what I'm saying? So I'm at a point in my life to where I'm contemplating stepping away from being an insulator and doing something that I want to do, because my wife is such an inspiration to me right now. She got out of the steel mills, and now she owns
she
her
left
own
her career and took a chance.
Left it all behind and took a chance.
And
I had her back with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, we about
she's
to
been
do it.
successful.
And she's successful. She owns her own business. We have our own business, our own shop. It's a
1 year
nutrition
in.
shop.
Yeah, 1 year in.
It's a nutrition shop. You know, she sells Herbalife supplements that help people become more healthy.
Yes.
Lose weight.
And they're very fucking good.
And a lot of people love it. She does her thing.
I don't even need to lose weight, and I go get the shit.
And she's such a inspiration to me that I know if she could do it, I could do it too. And she's gonna have my back. So I want to be my own boss. I want to do something that I love to do. Since she was young and I knew her from a young age, she's always wanted to help people, always uplift people, make people happy, compliment people. You know what I'm saying? Always was that person everybody loved, you know? And now she's doing something where she's actually helping people, and she loves doing it. So now it's like, man, I want to do something that I love, and I want to be my own boss, and I still want to make good money to provide for my family. So I'm at a point in my life to where I'm at a crossroads where, man, what should I do? Should I take this chance, or should I stay with what I know that's going to be comfortable and for sure? You know, but what I've learned in life is that if you don't take the chance, you ain't going to get to where you need to be.
You don't get the no risk, no reward.
Yeah. So, you know, with that, and then, you know, with all the music that I got going on, you know, I'm at a point in my life to where everything has came full circle, and I'm seeing a lot of blessings and love from it. So don't reinvent the wheel. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. And you know what I mean? I'm at a point to where I'm ready. But I don't know. I'm just waiting on her word to tell me, go ahead. And probably be the greatest day of my life. I get the call and tell them, hey, I'm done.
I'm done. I need to take a leave of absence.
Yeah. So
what's the union though? You could take your name off the list, continue to pay your dues,
and get a leave of absence,
and come back in when you if it don't work out.
Right. But it's gonna work.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I definitely think it's gonna work.
It's gonna work.
Yeah.
The power of
I've told that for a while. So.
Yeah. The power of positive thinking is crazy. And you definitely manifest your life through your thoughts. So I don't have failure in my thoughts anymore because I forgave myself. April 27th, 2012. You know what I'm saying? On my niece's birthday. It's crazy. But you know, the numbers are symbolic.
Yeah.
Seeing a lot of numbers too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that brings me to the point to where I'm doing it through my music now. This is my way of giving my message, and the things that I say are from everything that I've been through. You know what I'm saying? I have the credibility 100%, 10 toes. You know what I'm saying? Now it's just on me to get that message out there to whoever may need to hear it. If it's one person, no matter what I do or how long I do this music, if I could change one person, that'll be fine with me. That'll be more than fine with me.
You might have changed somebody just during the show.
And it's possible because they say somebody that goes to prison for as long as I've been through for what I've been through, for what I've been there for.
You're not supposed.
You're not supposed to succeed.
No, you're not supposed to be. You're not supposed to be able to be rehabilitated.
Yeah, it's 96% chance of me going back.
You're supposed to be right back in that bitch.
No, I'm not. And I'm succeeding. I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. I'm taking care of my family. My kids are well taken care of. They love me. Having them, you know, having me in their lives.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
you have great
everything
kids.
that I've thank you. I'm proud of them. And I've changed my wife's life for the better as well. You know what I'm saying? So it's all coming full circle now. Everything that I was doing before when I was in a negative mind state and living that kind of life, everything was negative. Now that I'm in a positive place and have a positive mindset, everything is positive. As long as I stay focused on the right things, I can make it. Because these blessings are going to come, and I'm protected by my ancestors. I really am. That's why I feel them Yo Sign songs. We talking about his ancestors. I feel those songs. Shout out to Yo Sign Teller. I'm feeling it because I know I'm protected. You know what I'm saying? So anything that I do from here on out, I know it's going to be a good move. Because I'm tried and tested in the battlefield. Good and bad. You know? So that's where this music's coming from. And I got my Outfitt brothers to ride with me on this one. You know? I got Coley, I got Black, I got Chill, I got Mijo. We missing Rich Lee. We need him back. But we all in. And I told Mijo, I'm going to be a millionaire one day. I'm going to stand on that. And he believes me. Real shit.
Why not? You've already fucking done everything else you said you're going to do.
Facts.
You know?
Facts.
So there's
that's what it's going to be.
You've defied all odds. You've weathered the storm. So there ain't no reason why you should stop now.
I feel it. I feel it with all of my soul.
Still only halfway through the story.
Yeah.
The story's only half written.
Not even a quarter of the way.
You know?
You know what I'm saying? So.
No, we're almost 40. It's halfway.
Damn, I'll be 38 Thursday, man. Yeah, 38 Thursday.
We're already halfway, bro.
Yeah, but you know what? I feel like I'm still 23 years old.
Yeah.
My body feels, I still feel 23. And you can ask my fans, you can ask the fans that's be in the crowd, you know what I'm saying? When I'm up there performing and I take my shirt off and I wild out like I ain't got no goddamn sense.
And that's why we're not having a performance from him
tonight. I move like I'm 23 years old.
I don't want him taking the shirt off. Fucking flinging around the studio and shit.
Yes. So.
Old ass.
Indy comes out of nowhere with a soundbite.
Hey, but you know what, man? You only as old as you feel.
Yeah. Well, I feel old as fuck. I feel about 64.
And when your mind is on a different level than just your physical body, it takes a whole new meaning into going through life. You don't count years anymore. You count experiences.
Yes. That's life is just a bunch of experiences and coming to terms with those experiences.
Exactly.
That's all it is.
Exactly. You know? And I'm about to give these Outfitt niggas that's riding with me a hell of an experience.
Well,
because we're gonna do it.
Well, we're all looking forward to it.
We're gonna get to this music. I got a project. I got a personal EP project that's almost completed.
Yes, you do.
And the lead intro to that, I released a video to it called Resilience. And I tell some of the story. You know, you guys got the long version of it today, but Resilience is the short version in a couple of minutes into a video and a song.
Well, we could, Indy,
so
are you able to play it or do we need to?
Yeah. Oh my. Capital O Entertainment, nigga. Take a look at my life. It's a story of glory. This what possession with intent, manslaughter did for me. It's been a long road. full of twists and turns. How I maneuvered all these curves, got opposition disturbed. See, I'ma take you back to Northside EC. It's why I was born and raised. The niggas on the corner was kings. Mom dukes on the bottle. Pops lived in the Harlem. All I seen when I hit the block was dreams getting slaughtered. It's like I'm predisposed to be exposed, watching order decompose. And by the third grade, seen the way they play to keep us froze. The rich get richer, the poor ain't shit. And niggas thinking that a come up was a 4 and a split. And wonder why we ain't rising, nigga, you aim too low. It's only 2 types of places where them gangsters go. Reality's bittersweet, you gotta live to learn. But learning come with sacrifices that's gonna get you burned. See, karma coming back around, that's a fact of life. No time to try to be lucky, I'ma stack them dice. And life's like breathing water, trying to catch your breath. Cause ain't no hindsight when you retrospect in death. So respect what's left and figure out what's right. Cause you won't know what you got until you lose your life. Hey yo, it's kill or be killed in any situation. By any means, I'ma make it through whatever I'm facing. I'm building knowledge, then I act upon it, calling it wisdom. Understanding what a man is, then I follow my vision. Product of prison, but I'm free. Only spitting what's real. I'd rather learn the hard way than catch shots and get killed. Got some unfinished business, nothing left to prove. So when you see the mob coming, make your best of moves. The next to choose to step in my path, I'ma wrecking his ass. I'm territorial, I get possessive with cash. It got me focused. We only live for the moment when death approaches. You better know where you go and stop living hopeless. Because it's mind over matter, spit sublime over patterns created by truancy. I'm flowing so fluently under pressure and scrutiny, finding pleasure in eulogies. My endeavor so brutally come to sever so crucially, and I ain't ducking no conflict. All the drama that I conquered just to get shit accomplished. This is resilience.
Was the resilience video.
Yes,
I got a fucking do a round of applause for that shit. Some fucking
Yes, sir.
yeah, I mean, I liked it. It's a dope song. It's the song was recorded and mixed and mastered here at Villain Radio Studios by me, Rob Villain.
Yes, sir. I appreciate you, bro. Hey, the film was shot by Jamie Bandit.
Yeah, shout out. Yeah,
man.
that shit was dope. I like that shit.
Fantastic job of bringing that video to life. Now, I was telling him while we was watching the video that everybody that stayed tuned, I appreciate y'all. I appreciate everybody that stayed here to watch this interview.
We've maintained the same viewership numbers basically throughout the whole thing. Shout out to the core people who are watching. It's so what that was Resilience from the forthcoming EP, your solo EP. What else you got coming up?
I got another project after this EP that I'm doing with Villain Radio. It's a collaboration project. Obviously,
take that.
I got to know this brother here in a personal level, and he got to know me at a personal level, and he sees what I'm doing. And
I don't know what he's talking about. I do not like this dude whatsoever. I can't wait till this shit ends.
He's lying, but look, he sees what I'm doing, and he wants to help me do it, because that's another blessing that has came into my lap. He has everything that I need to do what I want to do with his music. He came out from Cali and built a studio from the ground up, and has one of the best studios, if not the best studio in Northwest Indiana.
Thank you.
So why not collaborate with this man and ride with it? See, now, if y'all know him, you know he has a lot of connections and he has a lot of knowledge about this music industry and things like that. He's been in it for a while, and he's been around some big names that are out there now thriving. And he has what I need to further my message. And I got what he needs to make him look good, because he's ugly than a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? So he needs somebody to help him look good about this shit. You know what I'm saying? So,
you know, we got that Villain Radio project coming out, and then I have another one that I'm gonna do with Il Brown as well.
Yes.
Il Brown wants to do a project.
That's basically a villain, another Villain Radio project.
Shout out to Il Brown, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, I got to, and then also we working on an Outfit album as well with my
Yes,
brothers.
that's very, very, very highly anticipated.
Bro, this Outfit album is gonna be crazy because we all back together finally, and we on a better path. Coley grew as an artist.
Yes.
Black grew as an artist. I'm growing as an artist, as a person. Mejo grew as a person and the man behind the scenes
Yes.
that's helping us get it all together. You know what I'm saying? So now, this is gonna be the best work ever from us, and it's only gonna get better. Because one thing that I learned from my brother Coleon is that he has no plan B.
No, it's
And that's
go hard or
inspirational.
go home.
Inspirational in itself. With no plan B, he's gonna succeed. And I'm gonna be there by his side when he does. If I get there before him, he's gonna be right by my side. You know what I'm saying? So this Outfit album is gonna be coming out too. You know, so and everybody's working on their own solo projects, individual together as well at the same time, because we all are our own individuals.
Yes.
At the end of the day. But we have a superpower group called the Outfit that's been down for over 20 some years. You know what I'm saying? And why not? You feel me? Why not? So, you know, that's what's going down. You know what I mean? And that's what it is. And that's why I'm here today, to give the raw and uncut truth to everybody out there that's willing to listen and willing to learn and understand that where this music is coming from me now, it's coming from a great place.
What are your long-term plans? What do you see for yourself in the future?
Musically or personally, or
like-
anything in life?
Where does Omob see himself in 5 years?
In 5 years, I'm going to be living in California, Los Angeles. Next year, when I get off probation, I'm moving away. I'm going to Cali. I'm getting out of this situation, that this industrial environment that's mad because you can't come and you stuck at the crib. Go play your video games.
He's going to Florida.
Yeah, well, he can go play his video games.
He's gonna get fucking eaten by an alligator.
Because I'm going to fucking Cali. You know what I'm saying? I want to get out there. This is a very industrial environment. It's created to keep you here. There's no
It's
real
created for you to
opportunity.
die.
You know what I'm saying? There's no opportunities out here for people to level up and move up. You know what I'm saying? There's a very low glass ceiling out here.
See, here's the thing.
I see that.
You gotta go. You go somewhere, and you come back here, and then you just realize like what's wrong with people.
It's horrible out here. There's a crazy.
Yeah.
There's a bad culture out here
Yeah.
that it's been created from years and years of a mob mentality, because all the unions out here were created by the mob.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's where all these industrial jobs come from. They get unionized, and people
and
are
the jobs
raised
aren't
on-
even plentiful like that anymore.
They're
It's a fraction of what it used to be.
yeah. So like,
And it turned towns like Gary once. I mean, what Gary at his peak? I mean, 176,000 people. Now they're down to 69.
yeah.
You know, so it was a one fucking company town.
Yeah.
You know, and
Steel
then
mill.
White Flight took off.
Yeah.
Steel mill fucking shuts down. Fucking shutters parts of it, producing fraction of what it used to produce, and the city can't afford to keep up with anything. City can't afford to fuck. I see people talking about why is the city why don't they tear everything down? I don't think they
Yeah.
realize how much it costs to tear stuff down.
I
Like
mean,
if-
and there's people that live legacies out here. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And there's a lot
And-
of people fighting tooth and nail to put themselves in a position to better themselves and get up out of here.
yeah, it's
This is not somewhere where you want to raise your kids. You know what I'm saying? If you do, I applaud you, and you raise them kids well.
I mean, you
And
could
you
you
do
could,
right. You know what I mean?
you
To
could raise
stay
them further south. You go
in
to
the
Crown Point.
upper lower class, lower middle
Yeah.
class. You if you're content with staying there and you're happy in your life, then by all means do that. But me, I'm not content.
What, yeah, exactly.
with that.
This place, some people are meant to leave.
Yeah,
You know, like
and I'm one of them.
like Manifest Destiny wouldn't have happened if everybody stayed in the 13 original colonies.
Right.
You know?
Exactly.
I mean, so it's some people are meant to leave, some people aren't. Some people got good jobs out here. You know, we have all types of suburbs with expensive homes. You know, Cherville, Crown Point, Dyer, St. John,
and all
Munster,
it takes is 3
Hobart.
miles 5
Yeah.
miles,
Yeah.
and then you start
it-
seeing the decline of it. So it's really not a place to where you can thrive. Somebody that has dreams and
I think
visions of a better
Indy.
life
I
for
think there's probably
myself.
already a rapper called Calio, so I don't think he could use that name. I'm
Man,
sure
this
there is.
motherfucker, I ain't trying to hear him, bro. Like, and that's why I tune out a lot of his comments. You know what I'm saying? Because I know
He means good.
he does. He's great. He's awesome, but he ain't on my level.
He's the person that knows how to get under your skin
Until I
more
beat
than
his ass.
more than anybody probably
Until
other
I
than your
beat that-
wife.
Until I beat him up. I fight my friends.
I fight my
I
friends.
promise I do. Hey, but yeah, I see myself moving.
Like
I want a better environment for my baby to grow up in. I want her to have better opportunities than this industrial environment out here. So that's one of my main goals right there.
what's the plan out there? You gonna stay in the union? You're gonna go out there and transfer?
No.
You
It's
can probably
over
make
with.
good money out there.
It's over with. That's over with. I'm not gonna use my back because my brain is so much stronger than my back. Use your
Okay.
mind. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's where I'm meant to be at in life. You know, if I was meant to be some hardworking dude that's just gonna spend the rest of his life breaking his back to make another company $1, then I probably wouldn't be in the position that I'm in now, mentally and spiritually, to be doing the things that I'm doing.
You got a good point.
So I know where I'm at in life, and I know what I need to do, and I know what I want to do, and I'm shooting for it, and I'm gonna die trying.
What does a Californian OMOB look like?
Oh man, because you know what? We just shout out to the Outfit and Coleon, bro. We just came back from LA.
I find all this humorous because before you went, it was your first time in Cali, right?
Yes.
Okay, before OMOB went.
Hold on. Somebody said that Cali Mob just looks like a skinny bug.
Who said that? Probably him.
See, where does this come from? And that's the thing, though. That's another thing that you can see, that there's always gonna be a yin to the yang.
Yes.
You know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
Yeah.
I'm speaking nothing but positivity and growth. And we still have people that have these low witty jokes on the sideline that try to insert them into a positive situation, you know, to cut off a positive message. But that's not going to work with me. That don't work with me. I've been fighting them my whole life. And now I know who they are and where they are. You know what I mean? And when I see them, I eliminate myself from that situation.
Okay.
And these guys wonder why I don't want to do any kind of collaborations with them. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to be able to do it because I'm on a different level. I'm on a different path. And I can't keep dwelling on certain things like that.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So, of course, my goals, what I want for myself in 5 years is to be in a better situation, financially free. You know, and it's hard to be financially free in this area out here. We can do it, no doubt. But I love the beautiful weather and palm trees. You know what I'm saying? And better opportunities.
What was the
of
plan?
entertainment out there.
Where
What the
what was?
plan before that was, I was thinking maybe going to Florida.
It's funny because we had a conversation about a month ago when he was like, "Yo, I'm going to Cali." Blah blah blah. I was like, "All right." I was like, "You're gonna go there, and when you come back, you're gonna change your mind about where you're gonna want to move to when you get off probation."
And once again, you was right.
And I don't even think he was. I think he was there for like 37 minutes before he messaged me and was like, "Yeah, this is the move."
And the thing is, I want to clarify this. I am on probation, but I'm also allowed to travel
yeah,
for work.
Yes,
You know what I'm saying? And being that
he wasn't. He
I
was.
own my own record label with the Outfit, Capital O
Yeah,
Entertainment.
he
I went to go
wasn't
work,
breaking any
you know.
laws.
So
Going over.
we went to record videos,
Yeah, film videos.
6
yeah.
of them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So there's 6 different songs that are gonna be out there. You know what I'm saying? 5 of them with, you know, Outfit in them, and then one of them was Coley's Spanish joint that he did, which
Okay.
is gonna be fucking amazing. I can't wait. I hate
Yeah,
that he
I'm-
waits so long to
yeah.
release these things, but he got to build that. He has
Yeah,
his
he
plans.
has everything road mapped out. He knows what he's doing.
and he knows what he's doing.
He
He's been
knows
doing
what
it for
he's doing.
years. So
Yes.
I'm not gonna question it or nothing like that. I just be impatient and I be wanting to
Just go with
you
the
know
flow.
what I'm saying? It's beautiful though. It's dope. It's a badass video. But we went out there and recorded some videos, and I seen a different side of life, a different culture, a different environment. You know what I'm saying? And I felt like I was at home the moment we got out of that airport. I felt like I was at home. And I'm like, man, I want this for my daughter. I want this for my baby. I want this for my kids. I want this for my wife. You know what I'm saying? So, with her proving to me that she can make it anywhere and doing anything, and I can make it anywhere doing anything, I believe it's going to be a good move. I want to move out there and maybe, pursue music further and get a better opportunity to get my music out there, which, the music culture out here is not as accepting or fun as, out there. Because you can go do a show and you'll have everybody still trying to be tough as hell, standing against the wall, looking hard, like, I'm tough. You know what I'm saying? While you're entertaining and performing a dope ass song, you go out there, you entertain and perform a dope ass song, they vibing with you because the music culture is different out there. That's the entertainment capital of the world. You know what I'm saying? So, of course, I'm gonna gravitate towards that and go. And that's what it is. That's the moves. And in 5 years from now, I will be financially free. And I will be sitting next to my homie Mijo, like I told you, I was gonna make a meal. Because I'm not just gonna make one. Because if I get one, you better believe I'm gonna turn it to
He's
two.
just gonna want two.
And then I get two, I'm gonna turn it to four. And it's just gonna go up from there. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm gonna do the rest of my life. Be financially free and pave a way for my daughter's kids and their kids and their kids. I'm gonna break the cycle of everything that I grew up in and change it and turn it around because it's on me and I could do it. I know I can. I feel it in my soul. You know what I mean? And that's what I'm aiming for. And I'm not gonna stop until I get it. And that's what it's gonna be. I'm speaking it into existence now. I speak it into existence every single day. And that's how it's gonna happen. And with this positive message that I have with the things that I rap about, it can inspire people instead of just rapping about, popping pills and smoking weed and, just doing things that are in a culture that's placed here specifically to keep you at a certain level. I'm rapping about something different. You know what I'm saying? I'm making music about something different on another level that's inspiring, that can help change people. You know what I mean? And I believe there's a place in the industry for that. Even if I do make it to the industry or not, there's a place anywhere for that. And I'm aiming to change lives with that. Now, the way I'm going to get rich is probably something different than music. Because I learned that if you want to be a millionaire, you got to have 7 different avenues of income.
Yeah, minimum 7.
Minimum.
Yeah, minimum.
You know what I'm saying? And I have a lot of different ideas and talents and things that I can go with so many different ways. That is fail proof. I just need to make it happen. You know what I'm saying? Right now, I'm being held back by being on probation. I'm being held back by living in this environment out here when I know I can go to another environment and thrive. So that's what I'm aiming for. That's what I'm going to do. It's going to be great. And I'm bringing Rob with me. I'm bringing everybody with me if I can. You know what I'm saying? My brothers, the Outfit, wherever we may land in life. If somebody's living in Florida and I'm living in Cali, no matter what it is, I'm touching big dough, they touching it too. Because that's what we do in the mob. I don't want to say mob in a negative view or aspect, because our mob is so much something different than a criminal organization. It's not. It's a family. You know what I mean? And we still live by specific rules to where loyalty is everything, and betrayal is not accepted at all costs. And we're going to get this money legit and handle our business like we're supposed to handle this business. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it is. And people ain't going to understand it. There's a lot of people that don't understand it. And I understand that. But the ones that do is the ones that's going to feel me. So, yeah. And I'm I done talked y'all ears off enough already. You know what I'm saying? I gave you what I could. And I believe that everybody that stayed tuned and listened to that story and this interview, once they heard that song and see my video Resilience, they felt that 100 times deeper after they heard my story. Because it was all facts.
Yeah.
And it's all
definitely
credible.
all facts. Facts that you could check.
Real. Check it.
Everything aside, thanks for doing this.
I appreciate you having me, bro.
What else you want to plug?
You
got a whole ass shop.
Yeah, Treasure Island Nutrition. Treasure Island Nutrition. It is ran by Ariel Lamore Olivo and Michelle Olivo. It's a nutrition shop. My wife will help you get healthy. If you want to lose weight, you can lose weight. If you want to gain weight, she'll help you gain weight. And she will help you. There's a lot of things that and benefits that's
True.
that's-
She's
that's
helping
true to
me.
that.
She's helping me get man titties right now.
He wants to gain weight, so hey, you can gain it that way. But the thing is, there's also a lot of benefits from that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like she,
Yes.
the product that she sells has helped somebody not have diabetes anymore.
Oh,
You know,
there
he
you
used
go.
to take insulin every day. You don't have to take it no more. You know, she's helped women that have some extra body weight that they don't want, help them lose it, and they're feeling more confident and beautiful than ever. You know what I'm saying? That's what she does. She helps people. So Treasure Island Nutrition, 1947 West Glen Park Avenue or 1947 West 45th Street in Griffith, Indiana. You know,
What are your hours?
she opens at 7 a.m. and closes at 2 during the week. And from 9 to 1:30 on Saturday, we're closed on Sundays.
Okay. Look
So,
at that.
you know, I wish her all the success in the world. And
She's on the
doing
road.
great.
Yeah.
She's doing great. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I like to plug that one. You know what I'm saying? And we're business owners. I came from nothing. She came from nothing. And now it's possible. All you got to do is put your mind and heart to it, and you could do it. She did it. That's not going to be the only one. We're going to open up more. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, that's what that is. And on my side, you know what I'm saying? I tattoo. If you look up Outfit_OMob on Instagram, you'll see a lot of the work that I've done there. You can follow me, ROLIVO412 on Snapchat. I post a lot of my work on there. Facebook, I use that for like entertainment purposes with music and everything. I use, you know, every platform for my music, of course, because I'm going to try to put it out as much as I can. But I got some new music coming up. I got a single that's going to drop soon with T. Clark. T. Clark is one of
Back alive.
Yeah, Back Alive. He's one of my favorite artists from East Chicago. The dude is just insane with his bars and his intellect. And I like that, you know, especially coming from East Chicago. You know what I'm saying? He's from the EC. He's from EC, from the harbor. So, you know, that was one of my goals to work with him because I admire his craft. He does it all. He makes beats, he produces, he does cover art. You know what I'm saying? He does all that. And I was like, yeah, this is somebody I want to work with. So I did a song with him, me and him and Black.
Yeah.
That's coming out soon. It's called Back Alive.
I've heard it once or twice.
Because I am back alive. It was recorded here at Villain Radio. So
yeah, we're really not on a basketball court.
yeah, this day for those that don't know, this Tide Park right here. It's on the north side of EC.
We've had a good night. I guess we could celebrate.
Yeah, let's do it. Strip club. Hey, I fell in love with a stripper one time. She was dope.
Yeah,
I never seen her again.
I had a bad stripper experience. And this is where Indy pops in and calls me fucking the stripper slayer or some shit.
Okay, and then so now I got another song, another single that's coming out called Summer Nights.
Yes,
it's with Jay Ortiz, a young artist from Chicago. Once I heard him and I heard his flow, I was like, yo, I got to do something with him. And then I thought about Summer Nights, and I was like, man, this might be the perfect project for him because I was already working on this project.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, I'm about to give Jay Ortiz a verse on this shit. And sure enough, he came in, freestyled his verse and killed it, murdered it. Dope. And we're going to shoot a video to that. This man right here. So, you know, if y'all want to see that video, tell Vil to get off his ass and shoot this video for me.
I was just in Chicago. I was just in Pilsen yesterday with him finishing the video.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So we working over here. You know what I'm saying? We got that Summer Nights coming out. And, you know, I got so many different songs and singles that I'm going to be releasing before, you know, the EP that I do. And then, you know, the EPs that I do or albums or anything, whatever it is that I'm going to do, we're going to be dropping. And it's going to be happening soon. We got videos that we just recorded in LA. You know what I'm saying? Hollywood. You know, we was all over the place. You know what I'm saying? Did a tribute song for Nipsey Hussle. And we went to his hood, you know, and in front of his murals and recorded our video there. You know, we got another song called, what is it? On My Soul. Put It On My Soul with AJ Visions.
Okay.
Me, Untouchable One, and AJ Visions. We did a song together. It's called On My Soul, another positive message. You know, Summer Nights, positive message. Back Alive, positive message in a competitive rapper way. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So, you know, everything is positively looking up. And these are the things that's going to be happening soon. And just stay tuned and look forward to it, because I'm going to give y'all what y'all want. Believe that.
That's dope. I mean, I said it before, I said it again. Thank you for stopping by. Yeah.
Shout out
like-
my nigga Black coming through, you know what I'm saying, stopping by and just leaving.
Yeah,
real
like-
quick on us. I don't know where the hell he went. He just disappeared. That's usually what he does, though. He
Yeah,
probably got
well,
tired of hearing me talk my shit. It was like, man,
he
I heard this
walked
story
out.
100 times before.
Yeah,
I'm
I
out
mean,
here.
this shit. I lost 100 pounds because of Michelle.
Yeah. 100 pounds in your head, motherfucker.
No, but I don't know how often we'll do episodes like this. Well, the news.
Oh, that was somebody's comment.
Yeah. Yes.
Oh, my bad. I thought
Yeah.
Phil said that shit.
No.
Yeah, he said he lost 100 pounds because of Michelle.
Yeah. Do you recognize his name?
Life changing. David B. Kills. Oh, yeah, David.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did a tattoo on him not that long ago.
Okay.
Yeah, he's a dope ass person, bro. He's a good dude, man. Genuinely good person. Him and his family, man. Shout out to David, man. He did. That's a true story.
Yeah.
True story. He was big, dog. He's a big dude. And he lost 100, probably over 100 pounds.
That's crazy. Shout out to him.
Because she
Shout out to
inspired
Michelle.
him. Yeah, she inspired him. And he's healthy now. And
The
he's
whole
feeling
family's
great. He's looking
inspired.
great. Yeah. So, man, wow, that's love. I'm glad.
We'll be
Oh, another one.
okay.
I can't believe I almost forgot this. I did a song with a lady named Alto V's Ferguson.
Oh yes, all day.
Yeah.
Or what's the name going to be?
It might. That's to be decided. I might let her name it
Okay.
because she's so dope.
Yeah,
She's such a
I'm
great
really looking
singer
forward to that.
and a great person.
Yeah.
She had her trials in life to where she overcame so much.
Crazy
Things that you would never even
Crazy.
imagine. You know, she just
Yeah.
posted something the other day. Alto V's Ferguson, look her up. She posted something the other day of something that she went through with her family back in the day. That's it enraged me, bro, that family had to go through that because they're beautiful people.
It's crazy.
You know what I'm saying?
It's
And she
insane.
also overcame, cancer, and she beat cancer. You know what I'm saying? And she's one of the beautifulest singers that I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah, she
And once
was
I
dope.
heard her
She
sing,
was very dope.
I knew I had to do some music with her. So I did whatever I had to do to make sure I did, some music with her. And that's going to be coming out too. You know what I'm saying? Like an R&B smooth rap joint.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Another side to me that people probably ain't even know that I had. But it's going to be so dope. I can't wait.
Yeah, I definitely can't wait for
I
that.
can't wait for that.
Your
It's gonna
cousin
be
said, "What
great.
up?
What's good? What's
California
good?
love, Michelle."
What's up, cuz? Hey, she set the red carpet out for us when we went to Cali. It was dope.
Okay.
Beautiful person. I love her to death. But yeah, we got that coming out. Her son is Ahmad Ferguson. He plays Bakari on The Shy.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I did a song with Bakari, Ahmad Ferguson's mom
Yeah.
that sings. Like, their whole family is talented. You know what I'm saying? So, and I did a tattoo on him the other day too.
Yes,
So like,
yes,
I
you
tattooed a
did.
TV star. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? So that, like, the things, the positive things that are happening in my life are for a reason. And these are signs and symbols that I'm gonna follow.
Yeah,
So that's what it's gonna be.
it's exactly. You got to stop fighting the universe and go with the flow and see what it has for you.
Mhm.
But we will be back tomorrow on Villain Radio Network at 2 p.m. for the Danger Zone with me and Il Brown. On Wednesday night at 5 o'clock, we are premiering a new show on Villain Radio Network. It is leading up to the election. For those watching who don't know me, I'm educated in political science and constitutional law and stuff like that. And so this time of year, every 4 years, I love time leading up to election. This year's a little weirder just because of the political climate the country's in. But me and a couple friends, Off Screen Rich, who is now On Screen Rich, and School'em Jonesy, who is a very talented producer from out here. I don't even have the picture to put up, but I don't want to debut the picture now. I'm not even going to say the name of the show, but on robvillain.com, on the Villain Radio Facebook page, you can go to facebook.com/Villain Radio, hit the like. We'll be streaming from there. We'll be streaming from my my personal profile, facebook.com/RobVille. 5 o'clock on Wednesday. Then immediately following that, well, almost immediately, an hour later, me and Indy do Unpopular Opinion. Indy has been producing the show behind the scenes tonight. Sometimes we do it on Wednesday, sometimes we don't. We'll know Wednesday whether we're doing it this week. But thank you for stopping by.
I appreciate you.
We will be announcing the next guest in the next episode of Villain Radio Show, where we will have an in-depth conversation, just like we did here. I can't promise that everyone's going to be as inspiring as this, but everyone will be in depth. We want to get to know the person for who they are outside of who people think they are. Kind of humanize some of these people, so to speak. Everybody got a story, and I'm kind of selfish with it because I'm picking people that are close to me, really, to start it off. But everybody has a story. You know what I mean? Like I said earlier, we'll have Coley on here, we'll have the Outfit on here. I'll be doing one with D-Edge soon. I'll be doing one with Bug soon. I'll be doing one. I really want to sit down with Indy too, because Indy is so multifaceted, and it's weird. He's really a unique individual.
Very unique, very
yeah.
talented.
But
very
then
talented, unfiltered.
There's a couple more that I'm gonna have, but I don't want to name them now. They're as I go. I want to get by time we go to LA next year, these will be with more famous people, so to speak. So like I said, we'll be announcing that soon. Like I said, Tuesdays 2:00, Danger Zone with Il Brown and Rob Villain. Shout out to Il Brown. He's been mixing and mastering shit out of everything that Omam's been doing.
Love Il Brown is a beast, yo.
I'm really looking forward to Wednesday night at 5:00 for the new podcast with me, Scone Jonesy, and On Screen Rich, live from here, Villain Radio. So I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Shout out to this man right here. He's truly inspiration.
I appreciate you, man. I appreciate y'all staying tuned and listening. You know what I'm saying? Understanding whatever it is. Go to Capital O Entertainment on YouTube. Subscribe to our channel. We're going to have a lot of videos coming up. Go to Kush World Coley. Subscribe to his channel. He got videos coming out. And yeah, that's love. I appreciate y'all staying tuned, watching this. And
yeah, that was dope.
Love.
But until next time, thanks for tuning in. This is Omob. Oh, hey, if y'all want a haircut or some tattoos, hit them up.
Holla at me straight up. Find me on Facebook, Omob Fades on Facebook, Outfit_Omob on Instagram, and ROLIVO 412 on Snapchat.
You need to, since you have a Gmail, you need to create a Google Voice. It'll give you a phone number that you can use for the tattoos, and it'll forward to your phone. So you ain't got to give out your personal number.
Cool. We're going to do that. You going to help me.
Yeah, I got you. But like I said, thanks for tuning in, guys. This has been Evening with Omob. And I'm about tired of this motherfucker today.
Shout out Outfit for Life. Yes. Capital O Entertainment. Yes. Fuck Robville.
Fuck you. I got the tattoo. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Good night.